lines are drawn, the lights are on. It's time to settle this. Our team. Are drawn, the lights are on. It's time to settle this. Our team versus your team. Button your chin strap. Boswell Media Sports is about to put you in the middle of the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports and Cruisin' 98 present Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now here's the voice of the 2020 state champion Rebels, Philip Palmertree.
It's week 6 of Leake Academy football on Friday, September 24. Last Friday, the Rebels notched a win in their first District 2 game of the 2021 season, making a hard-fought 23-14 victory at Simpson Academy. Junior quarterback Rhett Atkinson ran for all 3 touchdowns as part of a Rebel rushing attack that amassed 234 yards on the ground. And how about that Leake defense? Rendering 14 points in the game's first 2 possessions, the Rebel D, led by Ethan Dunn and Bryce Watkins, shut out the Cougars the rest of the night and made one courageous defensive stand after another to guarantee LA's 4th win against just 1 loss. Tonight, District 2 play continues at Thagard Field as Leake welcomes Park Place Christian Academy. After forfeiting last year's game with LA, the Crusaders went on to have a winning season and won their first ever playoff game. Park Place is led by a nucleus of senior playmakers, and they believe they're climbing the ladder of MAIS 5A success. They've got a 1-0 record in the division, so will the Rebels show the confident Crusaders who's a contender and who's a pretender in the division? Hi, everyone. I'm Philip Palmertree, and this is the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show. Thank you for listening. Billy Steen is in the studio producer chair, and thanks to his work, you can hear Leake Academy football tonight on Cruisin' 98.3 FM, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app, and streaming live at cruisin98news.com, where you click on the Listen Live tab. Tonight's game is also available on video, streaming courtesy of QC Supply. The video link is at cruisin98news.com and at kicks96news.com. And tonight's broadcast, as always, is powered by Central Electric Power Association. We have a lot in store for you before kickoff. We'll give you the Junction starting lineups. We'll size up the Park Place Crusaders. But first, we get to visit with the Rebels head coach, Brian Pickens. All that and more is straight ahead as the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show continues.
Choose wisely. Choose when.
It is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's with a sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and
limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
As we get you ready for the Leake Academy Rebels and the Crusaders of Park Place Christian Academy. And this is the point in the pregame show where we get to talk to the Rebels head coach, Brian Pickens. Coach, thanks for joining us and giving us some time before the game.
Thank you for having me.
First, we'll glance at the rearview mirror and talk about a big win. It's always a big win when you can beat Simpson Academy with their talent and their tradition. And the Rebels went down there last week to Mendenhall and got a 23-14 victory, 1-0 in District 2. And as we expected, we talked about it last week. It was a physical game, slugfest kind of game, and a game in which the defense just kept rising up and delivering when it counted.
Yeah, I thought our defense played an outstanding game last Friday night. We knew it was going to be a physical game going into it. It always is every year. You know, we've played Simpson Academy every year since I've been here, and so like I said, it's always physical, and you know, it's and they take a lot of pride and tradition in playing at home down there. And so we knew that was going to be another challenge for us. But I thought our kids came out. I thought they matched the physicality. They matched the excitement levels, and there at the first, our defense did give up a touchdown there at the first of the game. Simpson came out. They kind of did some stuff we hadn't seen, and but I thought our kids really played hard. And I talk about it on the coaches show, but a lot of times you don't give credit to a defense that's playing extremely hard, and sometimes they're doing things that are different, and they're getting a few yards here and they're moving the sticks on you. But when you've got a defense that plays extremely hard, it gives you as a coach just more time to look at it. So we were able to continue to look at the adjustments we had to make, and it was just one of those deals you had to make them on the sideline. And so they scored, and then we made those adjustments. And after that, I really thought our defense, really held their own and controlled the game the rest of the night, especially there in the third quarter. We talked about it some in the coaches show, but just that third quarter goal line stand down there. It was set up. We'd had a turnover, and they were able to drive, and that goal line stand was actually started. And a lot of times you don't see this stuff. But we always talk about making an opportunity, and you make them line up and snap it again. That's our big comment on defense. Make them snap it again, and something good may happen for you. And that's exactly what happened. I think it was Riley and maybe Jay, maybe one of the DBs. I can't exactly remember. Maybe Bryce back there, but they caught a pass, turned it up, and that both of them hit him just perfectly right there on the goal line, and just as you teach it, drove those feet and kept him from getting in. I mean, he was on the inch line when he got hit first, and then they just drove him back. So they tackled him on the 1 yard line. And from there, we held them out, and they wound up getting backed up, and then they tried a field goal and missed the field goal. So, they came away with nothing, and like I said, they've been on the goal line. So, that's just it's just a example of playing hard and taking advantage of every play. Bryce on that same goal line stand, he was set in the corner. And strung it out, and just made basically a one-arm tackle on the kid's leg. Just a great play, just nothing but an effort play. And so, just play like that, it gets you excited as a coach. And like I said, we've seen that all year. But like I said, Friday night, them stepping up like that, secured the victory. And offensively, what I was proud of on our offense, the way we were responding. We kept answering. They took the opening drive, drove it down, made it 7-0. We came back, answered 7-7, and then they had a big play. They just had one big play and scored. And offense, we came right back, answered, and then we were able to go up before halftime, 20-14. And at halftime, we felt like if we could just get another score and make this a two-score game, we felt like our defense could control it. And that's what happened when we kicked the field goal there, I guess, early in the fourth quarter. Was able to just control the game and secure the win. But so it was a huge win. It was our first district win of the year. So now we just got to keep going from there.
We'll step aside for just a minute, but we're not done with Coach Pickens yet. The T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show is going to continue. We're going to talk more about Rebel football. We're going to talk also about the coaching staff in our next segment, so don't go anywhere as Rebel football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Welcome back. We're rolling along with the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show, and we're getting you ready for Leake Academy in Park Place from Madden. We've still got Coach Pickens on the line. And, Coach, one other thing, just one more thing back to Friday's ball game. We gave post-game player of the game honors to Bryce Watkins and Ethan Dunn on the defensive side of the ball. Talk for a minute about those two young men and what they contribute to this team's success.
Just well, the number one thing is just their work ethic. Both of them work extremely hard in the weight room, at practice. They are extremely hard workers. So work ethic's first thing, and then just unselfishness. They are two boys. They just play extremely hard, and when you talk about team players, that's those two. They come to practice with great attitude. I think their teammates respect them because of their work ethic, because of their attitude. And you ask them to do whatever, they're going to do it. If you need to line them up, they're going to learn how to do it and do it the best they can. And so, like I said, just two fine young men. But they're good football players, but off the field, just fine young men. And so, those are two very, very worthy of that.
Well, in this segment, we've been talking about some of the position groups, and we'll still be doing that in some of the weeks ahead. But I wanted to detour a little bit today and give you, Coach, the opportunity to talk about a group that often goes unnoticed and underappreciated, and that's the coaching staff. Talk about this group of coaches that work day in and day out with these young men.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm extremely lucky to have the staff that I have, and you're exactly right. Your coaching staff does go unnoticed. Sometimes in the NFL you talk about coordinators and who came here, and in college it's kind of getting to be the same way. But high school, a lot of times those guys don't get the credit they deserve, and they work extremely hard. You talk about a group that puts the work in. It's those guys do, and I think I've told you, and I know Ben Melvin talked about it some last year. In a post game, I think he talked about the coaches, and a lot of people just don't realize that the time that these men put in to what we do. When the game's over with, and and everybody's leaving the stadium, that's kind of when our next work week begins, and we'll get in there. We'll take the take the night's film and get it loaded up, and then we'll start actually watching our game film from that night. Whenever we get it up, usually it's around 11:30 at night. We'll start the process, and that's when we'll critique and find out things we're doing good, find out things we need to work on next week in practice, and kind of make that list. And then a lot of times by then, the other team's videos are up, and so we'll start watching them. So a lot of times we don't, we don't get out of there. A lot of people say that it's not real smart, but a lot of times we don't get out of there at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday night. And then the next day, we would call that kind of individual day. Everybody has their own things that we scout up, and we get prepared for the Sunday meeting. And usually Sunday about 1:30 we meet, and we'll meet from about 1:30 to 9 or 10 o'clock that Sunday night, and getting in preparation for the next Monday. And then, from there, and then it's, we'll watch practice videos. And so this group, before I even talk about the individuals, just as collectively, hard working. And that's not even to mention, the field work that goes into it. When you see those fields painted, as the coach staff, now I have a group of daddies that help me with that also, but it's the coaching staff that, make sure the field's cut and everything's looking as good as it can look. So there's a lot of work, and that's why I say I'm very fortunate to have them, because, to run a good football program, it's your quality of assistants that you got. And I've got, I would say I've got probably the best assistant coaches in the state, and would say that to anybody. But anyway, but talking about individually, you've got Josh Ray, who is our defensive coordinator. But Ray and myself have been together now. We've been together for 20 years. So as I say, there's two people in this world I know. It's my wife and him. Because I just told you the hours we put in. Well, that's 20 years worth, and then just working at the same school. So, but extremely hard worker. He does a great job with our defense. When I always like it when somebody gives us some type of something different. That he'll start getting creative, and when he gets creative now, it's hard on a. I would hate to be the offensive coordinator across the ball when he starts getting creative, because he does a super job with adjustments and things, and when we go out there on Friday night, I mean he's done his homework, and he can just about tell you what's coming and when it's coming. So like I said, just can't say enough about him. Kids really respond to him, just like I said, does a super job. I can't say enough. When you've been with somebody 20 years, and I know you'd kind of like me to wrap that segment up. I mean, I could talk probably for 30 minutes. Now, some stuff he probably wouldn't like that I say, but some of you'd be shocked, because a lot of times, we don't brag on each other. We've known each other so long. But like I said, I couldn't ask for a better person and partner to be doing this with all these years. And then on the offensive side, I got Corey Burns. He's my offensive coordinator, and for a young coach, and I've got two great young coaches. I'll talk about those in a second, but the young coach, super organized. He a lot of times he keeps me organized. When I need something, he's got it. Just like when you call me during the summer and say, hey, I need a roster, and I say, I'll get it. A lot of times all I'm doing is shooting him a text saying, hey, look, I need that roster emailed right now, and he'll have that thing for me in 2 seconds. But he's a great, what I say, he's a great up-and-coming coach. Has a mind for the game, and more importantly, he has a passion to learn. In coaching, that's probably the funnest part about being a coach is you learn something new. I love during the summer or off season talking to other coaches, and you find out the new trend, the new thing people are doing, and he lives for all that. And he's if he's not on his computer watching film, he's on his computer seeing something that that's new out there, and he wants to figure out how to do it. And he'll go visit people, call people, and we'll sit and talk. And I talked about those late night hours. Sometimes those late night hours are just all of us up on a board drawing something up, and arguing if it's going to work or not going to work. But like I said, just he does a super job. Like I said, his want to learn, and now I say his want to learn, but he's learned a lot, and now he's utilized it, and so he's like I said, he's probably one of your better up and coming young coaches in the state. And I'm not, and I know that's a big term to say, but I really believe that. And then I've got this Coach Harkins, Billy Harkins. Coach Harkins is responsible for our special teams. He also does our strength and conditioning during the summer. So during the off season, he's in charge of all strength and conditioning, and during the season, of course, he coaches DBs, but he's in charge of our special teams. Does a phenomenal job. He's the type guy, he can come in that weight room and really get the kids going. I come in there, and that weight room it's noisy, it's bustling. You got kids, slamming weights around, but they love it. They're getting stronger, and when you got a guy that can make the weight room fun and exciting, you can't beat that. Because that's where it all starts. We can talk about X's and O's, and we can talk about all the things you want to talk about, but when it comes down to it, those boys have to be conditioned and strong, and he does a super job for us at that. And during the season, he's in charge of all our special teams and does a great job. He knows where they're going to kick it to. He knows about where our guys need to stand. Something going on with the kicking game, I can ask him, and he can just about correct her. He knows what's going on, and like I said, does a super job. And he's another young coach. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to have these young coaches, but he's another young coach that's going to have a great career in this. Because like I said, first of all, he's got that work ethic. He's the type guy that will come up there on the weekends and paint a practice field, cut a field, or just whatever. And a lot of times I don't even know they're up there. He's up there working, and but then he also has that passion to learn. As an old coach, it's nice having these young coaches because especially too that like I said, just want to learn, and he's always asking questions and just he's one of those that during the off season, he wants to go, he goes to a strength, clinic, or, he wants to, or, he'll go to a DB's type clinic, something like that. He's got a passion to get better. And as I said earlier, that's what makes coaching fun. You learn something new all the time. And he's just one of those guys that no better word, he eats it up, and he eats and drinks football, and so he's a guy that's going to be a great coach. He's a good coach now, but if he gets older, he'll be one of the good coaches out there. And then I got Coach Robbie Robertson. He's in charge of, on Friday nights, in charge of a lot of our filming stuff. Now, during the week, he does a lot of our elementary and junior high football. I want to say something about that a lot of times doesn't get said, but he starts off with elementary and does a super job. Actually, right now I've got a son that's actually playing out there, and he's the type guy. He takes those little boys and they have fun. And the key is that when they're having fun, they move up. And so that's why our junior high has about 60 kids playing junior high football right now. And then our high school's out there with over 40 kids. It starts with that, he develops that love of the game down there with the young ones. But no, he does a super job for us on Friday nights with our filming. Now we do the side angle and we do an end zone angle, and he gets all that set up for us. He gets it all set up, takes it down. And I always tease him, he's the fastest film downloader in the state. We have been on the road before, and we're able to playing at home to get their film up. I don't know his magic. He'll hotspot it, and he'll have that thing up where it's usually sometimes an hour-long process. He can do it in 15. I don't know what kind of magic he's got, but he can get the films up quicker than anybody. But, does a super job, and that's so important for us because, it gives us the angles, and, during on Friday nights, you need to see what's going on, and with our our sideline package that we've got, we were able to look at the iPads, and so it's instantaneous feedback right after play of what adjustments we need to make. So he does a super job, at that right there. And then I've got some volunteer guys that are a lot of help. Lee Myers, he helps me. He's just great about getting everything to the game and making sure everything's organized. And then him and Stacey Harris, they're my two booth guys. So they sit up top and they give us another set of eyes from the top, and give us feedback on who's subbing in, or it's always a big question: do we get that first down? Well, they're up there. Yeah, you got the first down, and lets us call the plays a little quicker. But they do a good job up there. I got another young guy that's going to be a super coach, Garrett Myers. He joined us this year. He's doing all school strength and condition during the springtime. And but when he's done with that, he comes out and he helps me on Friday night, and he helps us stay organized on the sidelines. And then I've got Shane Brown, who's another volunteer, that he comes out there and he helps us just like I said, stay organized. I mean, I know I say people staying organized, but there's a lot of moving parts. I mean, you got ball boys. Somebody's got to make sure the ball boys go where they need. The kicking tees. Where's the tape? And all this. And while we're talking about assistants, I'll throw out our trainer, David Jones. David, he's our trainer for Brush, but David feels like more part of the family than just a trainer. David, of course, he's from there and lives around there, and he's there every day. And if we ever have an injury at practice, we call him. But I don't know what we would do without him on the sideline on Friday night. He, of course, he's there for injuries, but he does a lot more for us. But so, like I said, we've got a super group. I'm very fortunate for, like I said, to have Coach Ray, Coach Harkins, Coach Burns, Coach both by Coach Myers, Lee and Garrett, Coach Harris, Coach Brown. Like I said, they do it. They do a super job.
Up next, Coach and I will take a look to tonight's matchup with Park Place. So don't go anywhere as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues.
Westside Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is Westside Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. Westside Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Achoo! Achoo!
Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
Welcome back. Final segment of the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show coming at you right now before kickoff between Leake Academy and Park Place Christian Academy. And let's talk about the guest coming to Thagard Field tonight, Coach. Got not a lot of time here, but let's say a word about the opponent and what you expect tonight.
Well, Park Place is they're a very talented team. Skill-wise, they're going to have some of their skill kids that we've seen all year. Their quarterback does a sensational job. Big strong kid. Got a great arm. Can really make stuff happen. Throwing it down the field. Like I said, good runner, but like I said, his arm strength is what really impresses me about him. And then they've got a receiver out there, number 10. A tall, fast, great target. Maybe probably, honestly, one of the better receivers we're going to see all year. Can, like I said, really make things happen. And then they've got number 3, who's a great, I call him a utility guy. He's a slide. He can be a running back. He does a lot for him on offense. And he's another kid that if he touches that ball, he can get going. We've seen him return kicks for him and break free on those. And I know there's more kids that probably were out there, but these 3 kids stood out when they were sophomores to me, and did a super job. And I was thinking, they've got to graduate, one day. Well, they're just out seniors this year, so like I said, they're a dangerous threesome, and then up front got a huge line. They got good size, and I know I kind of spotlighted those 3. They've got some other guys around them. They got a tailback, number 4, does a good job for them, and. So, like I said, they're a very dangerous team on offense. They're the type that can be standing in that end zone in one play. Defensively, very aggressive defense. They're looking to try to come make things happen against you. And they're one of those teams. With the pressure, you have to be so fundamentally sound. You have to be gap sound. You have to know what you're doing every play. You have to be thinking about it, or you blow a blocking assignment or blow a gap, and they can be blowing through there, dropping you for a 2-3 yard loss. Well,
Coach, we wish you and the Rebels every success tonight, and let's get another win in the win column and get to 2-0 in district play.
No, thank you so much.
We appreciate Coach Brian Pickens joining us on the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show. Don't go anywhere after this break. We'll come at you from the stadium, give you the starting lineups, and a whole lot more as Rebel football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. The things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his professional team at Carthage Veterinary Clinic appreciate their patients. They treat all animals, large and small, and handle them with top care. Not only do they provide for your sick animals, they groom and board as well. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7:30 till noon. Like them on Facebook. Carthage Veterinary Clinic, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy and Park Place getting ready to kick off in just a few minutes from Thagard Field in Madden. Thanks for joining us tonight on the QC Supply video stream. You can get it at kicks96news.com. Of course, you can hear us on Cruisin' 98.3, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app, and an audio stream at cruisin98news.com. Bill Palmertree here. Got Jason Wilcox back next door. Good to have you back.
Good to be back. Hate to miss last week, but had some things come up, but glad to be here tonight.
Well, let's jump right to the starting lineups. We were a little late getting started. Coach Pickens had a lot to say, and we're going to let you have the starting lineups. No changes that I was notified of from last week. This week we'll give you the offense first. I think we've been doing defense the last few weeks. At center, Carter Walsworth, sophomore, 6'1", 295. The guards on the left side, Gunnar Scott, the senior, 6'3", 240. Jared Sims at right guard, junior, 6 tall, 255. Left tackle, Reed Young, 6'2", 250-pound seniors at left tackle. Colton Burns, junior, at right tackle, 6'6", 280. And then at H-back and tight ends, we'll see Gavin White, the senior, 6'1", 230. And Aiden Watkins, the junior, 6'2", 215. Split out wide, Levi Brown at 6'1", 175, a senior. Riley Myers, junior, 6'3", 210. We'll see Jake Brown a lot at wide receiver as well, the junior, 6 foot tall, 150. Running backs, Cannon Parks, 5'9", 175, senior, leading rusher on the ball club, has about 600 yards rushing through 5 ball games. And then we'll also see some good doses of Whit Welch, the 5'11", 180 junior. And the quarterback, Rhett Atkinson, the junior, third-year starter, 6'1", 150, had a nice game last week. Had 3 rushing touchdowns, was 6 for 9 for 86 yards. And he's on the year completing 50% of his passes, 441 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The Rebel defense, across the front, Joseph Scott at defensive end, senior, 6 foot tall, 290. And Rope Lovern, 6 tall, 265 at defensive tackle. Also, Gunnar Scott at the other defensive end, 6'3", 250. And I know I skipped somebody. I'll come back. I bet I'll catch it in just a minute. But on the linebackers, middle linebacker Nick Gamillion, 5'11", 190. At middle linebacker, he's a senior. In fact, seniors all across the linebacking core. Ethan Dunn, one of last week's in-sports players of the game, 6'3", 205 at outside linebacker. And Cade Marble, 5'10", 185, a senior at outside linebacker. The corners are Jackson Freeney, 6'1", 145, a senior. Jake Brown, who we mentioned earlier. Riley Myers, who we mentioned earlier at free safety, the junior. And then the other safety, Bryce Watkins, 6'1", 160. He was also one of our in-sports players of the game last week. And thank you, Jason, help me out. Grant Barnes at nose guard. That's who I was overlooking. 5'10", 280, junior on the defensive line. Andrew Tate, the senior long snapper. Seth Martin, a sophomore, the holder. And the kicker, Cole Arthur, senior, 6'2", 170. Quickly, those are your Junction starting lineups. Our broadcast tonight is powered by Central Electric Power Association. Jason's second district game of the ball of this season. And Park Place has some seniors experience out at skill, but they're awful young up front. But they feel like they're kind of moving up the ladder of success, but they may still have a little ways to go.
There we go. Yeah, I can tell you the truth, I'm not real familiar with him. When I was coaching, they weren't even a school. And they came along after my time, but they're trying to build a school and an athletic program, and so they don't have a lot of tradition, but they do, talking to the coaches for the game, got a couple skilled players that are pretty dangerous, wide receiver Sykes being the main one they're a little bit worried about, and they expect them to come out throwing the ball and throw the ball a lot, which you don't see a lot. Leake hadn't seen a lot this year, so mainly throwing team.
Yep, that's what I heard as well. They're going to try to stretch the field, try to both vertically and horizontally, and try to get some one-on-one matchups on the outside for their skilled athletes. They don't bring a huge roster of players to the 4-8-8 tonight, but they've got some players at quarterback and wide out running back who have played a lot of ball games, and they were 6-6 last year, won their first ever playoff game in the first round last year. They've taken the field. The Rebels have taken the field now. and we're getting mighty close to kickoff as the Moore's Pharmacy countdown to kickoff moves along. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We've just got perfect weather, about 70 degrees, clear skies, humidity about 60%, no wind to speak of. Field looks to be in great shape, and Welch Forest Products is the presenter of the weather and field conditions. And it's time for us now to take our anthem break here as the players are lined up on their sidelines. And we're going to give you a break to hear a little more from our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll have kickoff between the Crusaders and the Rebels. Don't go anywhere. League football continues.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Achoo! Achoo!
Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
Number 1 ranked Leake Academy, 4-1 on the season, 1-0 in District 2 against 3-2 Park Place Christian Academy out of Pearl. They are also 1-0 in region play. We've got John Crosby operating our camera tonight, giving you the action on the QC Supply video stream. We've got Scott Carr helping us out tonight, keeping up with stats. Jason Wilcox and I are here, and we're really glad you're here for the Moore's Pharmacy countdown to kickoff. Other action tonight in the district. St. Joe, next week's opponent, playing, let's see, no, I don't have that updated, playing at, they are not playing at Tri-County. I know that they played there last week and got beat pretty bad. Simpson is at St. Joe, there it is. Lamar is hosting Hartfield, and East Rankin is at West Lincoln. That's a look at the action in the district tonight. We'll try to get you some halftime updates on those ball games and, of course, finals when we get to the post-game Park Place is going to receive the kickoff. Did we win it and defer, or did they win it and take it? One or the other. All right,
yeah,
I think we deferred. Okay. We won it and deferred. Cole Arthur's going to kick it left to right, north to south. And here comes the senior on the ball, swings the leg, and puts it high end over end and right about where we expected, about 7 yards deep in the end zone. That will put the Crusaders in action at the 20-yard line. First quarter of tonight's ball game presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. They're going to have Bryson Shoup at quarterback, a senior who's completing about 60% of his passes, 15 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions. So off we go. Rebels in navy blue jerseys, white pants, navy blue helmets, white numbers. Park Place in green helmets, white jerseys, and white pants. Kind of a Michigan State look. High snap for Shoup on first down. He'll throw out of the shotgun, but quick out, incomplete, intended for Braden Stewart.
had him open there and just overthrew him, led him a little too far. High snap, threw off his timing.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Crusaders. Ball right in the middle of the field. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a tight end on that side. Handoff, but stacked up is the running back. Joseph Scott, Nick Gamillion getting there in a hurry, along with Gunnar Scott. That was the running back number 4, and that was William Harrington. And he was stopped way back at the 15. So a loss of 5 on the play. Ball at the 15, 3rd and 15. They're already at the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Shoup will fake, throw over the middle. He had the receiver wide open, Braden Stewart, at the 25-yard line. Rebel safeties were right behind him, Watkins and Myers, but they could have had the completion and a chance to turn it upfield for the first.
Yeah, had a real good chance there. If he catches, you don't know if they'll tackle him before he got it, but a little dig right over the middle, just absolutely dropped it.
So a 3 and out for the Rebel defense on the first possession of the ball game. And they'll send back their punter, who I believe is Shoup, the quarterback. I think he's going to do a little bit of everything tonight, and he kicks a low spiral, will hit at the 40, bounce to the 45, and Whit Welch is going to let it go out of bounds on the far side, and so it's going to be in Crusader territory for the Rebels to start their first offensive possession.
This was supposed to be the
11:09 to play in the first quarter. First series in the books. We haven't quite played a minute. We're glad you joined us. Boswell Media Sports tonight, and of course Red Atkinson leads the offense on the field. 1st and 10, ball on the left hash at the Park Place 48. Outstanding field position for the Rebels. Atkinson takes a snap, will hand it off to Welch. He gets to the 45, stiff arms the man, and then gets tripped up as he crosses the 40. He'll pick up about 9 yards on first down. Good gain by Whit Welch right up the gut. Josh Sykes made the tackle. They'll come to the line again. They'll have Myers split out to the right, Levi Brown out to the left. Pistol formation with Welch behind Atkinson. 2 H-backs on each side. This time Atkinson will fake, keep it around the left side. He's at the 30, on his feet at the 20, and he stumbles forward down around the 15-yard line. Gain of about, they'll mark him at the 17, gain of 23 on the run. And that's a first down. He nearly broke that one for 6.
Yeah, just a zone read out of that little double H-back look we saw against Union. Good read, and Ian crashed down, pulled it, had plenty of daylight.
Cannon Parks will come in for Whit Welch. Riley Myers will come in for Gavin White. So 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball will go to Parks. He's got room to run up the middle, crashes across the 10, and he's down just inside the 10. In fact, they'll mark it there. That'll put him pretty close to a first down. We'll say gain of 7 on that play. 55, Brian Goff leading the way with a tackle for the Crusaders. We go under 10 minutes first quarter, scoreless ball game, but the Rebels in the red zone. Handoff. There's Parks again, and he just goes wide open. Had one man touch him. Big hole open up the middle. Cannon Parks goes in from the 10, and that's 6 for the Rebels. They're on the scoreboard quickly. Jason, Cannon Parks didn't have to worry about much resistance there on that 10-yard run.
No, good blocking there, but basically untouched, just right in the end zone. Looked like a little inside zone play.
Good job by the Leake offensive line. Off of the extra point, Cole Arthur puts it up, away, and good. 9:46 to go first quarter. Rebels 7, Crusaders nothing. Back in 60 seconds as Leake Academy football continues.
Kenny and James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
Byers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with the new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Byers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Byers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming from Cole Arthur. And he will again put it deep, and this time at the very back of the end zone. And another touchback. You can count on the strong leg of Cole Arthur. But an impressive opening drive there, Jason.
Yeah, just real good blocking up front again. Been real impressed. The 2 games I've done with the offensive line, picking up right where they left off last time. Like I said, Parks went in untouched.
4 plays, 48 yards. 10-yard run for Cannon Parks for the 6. That's a performance therapy reset. 1st and 10, Crusaders at the 20. Shoot claps twice, pulls down a high snap. Will pitch it out to the left side, but there is Gunnar Scott to run him it down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, just had to run. Again, high snaps throwing off their timing. In the shotgun, you've got to get the snap, or it throws the timing off everything. Try to run a little terror play. We used to call it a little toss straight to the outside, and pursuit was there.
Defensive end Gunnar Scott back there did not let it even begin to turn upfield. 2nd and 19. Ball at the 11. They'll bring a man in motion. Fake it to him. Now try to throw a screen over the middle, but it's too tall, incomplete for Stewart.
Well-designed play there, good idea. They had it set up, just quarterback threw it a little too hard. You just got to kind of loft it out to your back and let him run under it and go, and he kind of fired it in there on the screen. You got to show a little more touch than that.
Threw it about 5 yards up the field, incomplete. Shoop has been throwing high and wide of his receivers early on here. So 3rd down again, and very long. Got to get to the 30 for a first down. Line of scrimmage is about between the 11 and the 12. Snap back, looking up left side, up go pattern up the sideline. It's too deep, intended for Josh Sykes. And Jackson Freeney was with him step for step. But in another empty series there for the Crusaders will force a punt.
Yeah, they went after the big guy there. Sykes out on the outside, a little double move, but good job by Freeney staying with him.
Jackson Freeney was not fooled on that one. Whit Welch and Riley Myers stand at the Park Place 45 to await the punt from Bryson Shoop, the senior. He stands right about the goal line. He'll get the kick away with no problem. This one's shanked over to the left side into the Rebel sideline and goes out of bounds right at the 35. So only 23, 24 yards on that punt, and the Rebels are really set up with a short field now.
Yeah, set up again on their side of the field. You can't beat that. And again, vice versa. They've started on their 20 both times because of the kicking of Arthur, pinning them deep. We talked about what a weapon that is, and now the lack of a good punting game is hurting Park Place.
So ball set up at the 35. Rebels already lead at 7-0, 8:51 to go in the first quarter. Ball at the right hash. 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field, and an H-back on that side. Fake. Throwing up the right side is Atkinson. He's got a man open, but it's tipped away nicely. Good defensive play by Braden Stewart, the cornerback for Park Place. Myers was coming up that sideline, but knocked away at the last second.
Yeah, it's kind of my blind spot down here with the cameraman's got me blocked a little bit, but it looked like we had a step on him, and kid made up a lot of ground, broke the play up.
He came underneath and got his hand up, knocked it away. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. The Rebels put 2 H-backs over on the left side this time. Welch, the running back. Atkinson will keep it himself on his own read. He'll get grabbed around the ankles and pulled down at about the 31-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play.
Yeah, just a little read play there. Tried to flash across a Welch following the 2 big H-backs, and looked like they had him outnumbered, and he pulled the ball and just got kind of tripped up.
Parker Bray making the tackle. I think that, 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6 now for L.A. Clock ticking, 8 minutes, 16 seconds. 1 wide out, Brown to the left. Myers and Watkins to the right. They'll run on 3rd down, straight ahead. Welch, he's got the first down. Moore cuts to the outside toward the numbers. The ball comes loose. Ball still on the ground, and it finally gets hit, just batted out of bounds. 2 or 3 players were diving for it. Nobody could get control of it, and it gets knocked out of bounds at, looks like the 21-yard line. So the run by Welch will result in the first down, and the Rebels don't end up turning it over.
Fortunate that wasn't picked up by them. They had a guy there after a good run. Good break for the Rebels.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like it's just easy as it can be, but that little oblong ball takes some strange bounces. 1st and 10 from the 21. Atkinson will hand off to Parks. He's got room left side. Breaks to the outside to the 10, heading for the corner, and that's 6 for the Rebels. Run of 21 yards on 1st down. Cannon Parks just followed the blocks to the left pylon, and hardly anybody even touched him. He's already in for the 2nd touchdown of the night for the Rebels. They're up 13-0 with the Arthur PAT coming.
Yeah, another good job by the line right there. Ran the little pull play with the lineman and the wing back across, and he hit it in there tight like your coach should do, and then bounced it to the outside, hit the numbers, sideline touchdown.
Touchdowns presented by Carthage Senior Care. Kick from Arthur, up, away, and good. 7:44 to go in the first quarter. Rebels 14 and Park Place nothing. Back in 60 on Boswell Media Sports.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff from a foot of Cole Arthur. Again, deep into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. 3rd time the Crusaders will take over at their 20, but now the Rebels lead it 14-0.
That kid just makes it look easy when he kicks. It just comes off his foot so fast. It's amazing.
That scoring drive, 4 plays, 35 yards, 21 yards. The run for Cannon Parks for 6 for his 2nd score. That's a performance therapy reset. 3 wide outs in the formation for the Crusaders. They're going to throw a wide receiver screen out on the outside, and Jackson Freeney all over it. Grabs Sykes around the back of the shoulder pads and just spins him down at the 16 for a loss of 4.
Yeah, that's what you got to do in open field right there on a little set pass. You got to make tackles what they're hoping. Their guy's better than yours. He's going to beat you. So great job of Freeney making the tackle.
2nd and 14. Crusaders in the minus in total yardage so far in the games. We're about to the midway point of the first quarter. 2 running backs along either side of Shoup from the shotgun. He escapes pressure on 2nd down, but trying to get to the outside, and he can't. He's sacked. We'll see who that was. I think that was Jake Adams getting in there for the sack. Oh. Gavin White was in there as well.
Couldn't tell, Philip. That's again, on that end down there, it's hard for me to see in that corner.
We're going to credit it to Jake Adams.
Another 3rd and forever here. Leake's defense has not given up a positive yard so far. Everything they've if it had been incomplete, it's been a backwards play.
3rd and 20, a little short pass underneath, complete, and they bring it back to the original line of scrimmage to the 20 with a pass to Brendan McCullough. And Nick Gamillion made the tackle. Bryce Watkins lowered the shoulder as well. But that's going to be 10 yards gain, but just leaves them with 4th and 10, so another 3 and out for the Rebel D.
Yeah, good job right there. Came back to that little underneath pass like they tried a while ago, and this time they did complete it, but Leake's playing a little softer right there, just playing the down and distance.
Myers and Welch stand along the 50 as they await the punt from Shoup. And this one's a nice distance, line drive, bobbled by Welch. He's going to have to go back to his own 40. He's trying to stutter step around, goes forward, spun down in Rebel territory around the 47-yard line. Worst field position for the Rebels so far, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, he finally got it across the 50, but not very far. So looks like we got your heat timeout. I guess they're still doing that. So.
Yep, still September, still heat timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 with the Rebels up 14-0 as Rebel football continues.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy with possession at their own 47. Hand off to Welch. Goes off the right tackle into Park Place territory. Stopped about between the 48 and the 49-yard line. We'll put that a gain of 4 yards, just a yard deep into Park Place territory. So now, they set it at the 49. Two different officials had two different spots, as often happens, but the forward spot goes to the Rebels here, 2nd and 6. Elijah McCullough helping to make the tackle for the Crusaders. Pistol formation with Welch behind Atkinson. And Welch will take the handoff. He'll burst ahead for a couple before he is dropped quickly. Around the 45, 46-yard line. They'll mark it at the 46, so a pickup of 2. And a gain of 3, or it'll be 3rd and 3, gain of 2. Rebels have about 3rd, and we'll call it about 3, maybe even 4. One wide out split to the left, 2 to the right. Parks in the ball game now at running back for L.A. Low snap, handoff Parks. He's up the second level, 35-30, going toward the numbers. Breaks a tackle at the 20, cuts inside. Got one man to beat. He gets spun down inside the 5. Cannon Parks running with some fire in his belly tonight.
Yeah, good run there again. Good blocking up front. Park Place is selling out, coming with the blitz. Had everybody up in a 4-man front, brought both linebackers on blitz. And once you get past that level, it's up to the safety. Made him miss and made the big run.
Brought down at the 2. That's a gain of 44 on the run. 1st and goal for the Rebels. That's another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Handoff Parks, and he just breaks one tackle and goes right in and comes to a complete stop. 3rd Rebel touchdown of the night. 6 more with 3:58 to go in the first.
Yeah, another good job. Didn't get to see much of it again. It's down on the end. I'm ready for us to play on the other end where I see something, but I couldn't really look like a little inside zone play. Nobody much touched him.
3rd TD of the night already for Parks. Cole Arthur on to kick the extra point. Tate snap back. Martin's hold down. PAT. Good. 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Rebels are going to work, up 21-0. We'll be back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff after this on Boswell Media Sports.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his professional team at Carthage Veterinary Clinic appreciate their patients. They treat all animals, large and small, and handle them with top care. Not only do they provide for your sick animals, they groom and board as well. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7:30 till noon. Like them on Facebook. Carthage Veterinary Clinic, Highway 16, Carthage.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
For the fourth time tonight, Cole Arthur with a Moore's Pharmacy kickoff, and this one into the back of the end zone. Once again, a start at the 20 for a Park Place offense that just has not gotten it out of park yet, if I can play the pun. They need to get it into drive. Rebels, again, a 4-play scoring drive. That one covered 53 yards. Parks had a big 44-yard run down to the 2, and then he took it in straight ahead for the 6. That's a performance therapy reset. Rebel touchdowns presented by Carthage Senior Care. Keeper on first down from Shoup. He gets to the outside, gets across the 30, and Riley Myers upends him along the 32-yard line, gain of 12, and that's the first down the Crusaders have picked up.
Yeah, good play to use Leake's aggressiveness against them. Quarterback draw, drop back, let the lane open up and just ran through it. And that's kid's a good athlete. Hadn't got a lot of blocking, but you can't let him get in the open field. He'll hurt you.
Young offensive line for Park Place. Shoup will bring his receiver from the left in motion. Now going to look, throw it out to him in a little corner route, and it's complete. And Riley Myers makes the tackle at the 46, and that's another first down. Pick up about 14 on the play.
Yeah, good play. Went to their man sights, brought him in motion back toward the line, let him run up the seam and break on the corner route. Good throw. Ball was there as he came out of his break.
Left hash. That was Josh Sykes making the catch. Number 10, tackling number 10. 1st and 10 from the 46. Shoup will roll to his right, sidestep the pressure, but then coming over the back was Gunnar Scott to get him off balance, and then coming in to finish him off was Jake Adams.
Yeah, just all the pressure right there. Didn't have time to do anything. He actually had a receiver going down the seam. Looked like he's going to break up on a corner route back on the opposite side like the play they ran before. But good job of Leake's D-line getting to him before he could throw the ball.
We'll give half a sack to Gunnar Scott and to Jake Adams. Jake's got 1.5 in the game already. Loss back to the 39, 2nd and long 16. On the shotgun, Shoup will throw quickly to the right side. Ball pulled down nicely by Braden Stewart, and he'll head toward the outside before he gets pulled down. I think that was Jake Brown out there on the tackle.
Another good little concept play, what they ran a while ago in the first play of the game, and overthrew the kid, and this time made the completion.
That will leave them with 3rd and 8 from their own 48. They'll send 2 wideouts to the left, 3 to the right. Empty set here for Shoup. Look for the Rebels to try to get to the quarterback here, but Shoup will unload it quickly. Has Stewart open in Rebel territory at the 35. Sidesteps one defender, and then Riley Myers takes him down along the 35-yard line. Gain of 17 on that play, and that's another first down for the Crusaders. Look like they're starting to find their rhythm.
Yeah, they're getting a little something going with these seam routes. While ago ran the seam, broke it off the corner. That one just straight seam route, had the 2 high safety, threw it over the linebackers before the safeties. Well thrown ball.
Yeah, very good throw from Shoup. Again, empty set, 5 wide receivers. Bring Stewart in motion. Fake to him. Shoup's going to keep it himself. Lower his head as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Then Nick Gamillion will pull him down after a gain of a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock 1:26 and ticking down in the first quarter. Rebels lead at 21-0. Have scored on all 3 drives. Scoring drives of 46 yards, 35 yards, and 53 yards. 2 running backs on each side of Shoup on 2nd and 8. He'll look to his left. Now pressure coming. Gavin White's got him from behind and pulls him down. Joseph Scott was coming from the front side as well, and that's the 3rd Rebel sack of the evening.
Yeah, good job right there again, getting to him before he could get rid of the football, because he's shown if he's got time, he's going to hurt you.
Back to the 43-yard line, loss of 8 yards. 3rd and 18. Loss of 10, I should say. They try to throw a screen back over the middle, but it's too low. William Harrington can't get his hands on it. It was right at his feet. And Shoup was under duress through basically backpedaling.
Yeah, he was, and I think that was our substitution. Jake Adams in for Garrett Barnes. Come from the nose guard or one technique spot, just straight up the middle, basically untouched, and got in his face.
Yeah, looks like Grant Barnes not able to go tonight. Jake Adams taking his place. So now 4th down. Shoup will drop back to punt. Riley Myers stands all by himself at about the 11, 12-yard line. 31 seconds to go in the quarter. For the 4th time tonight, Shoup will punt it. It's a nice punt. Myers will let it go. Thought it was going to get in the end zone, but it looks like the Crusaders are going to down it inside the 5. Flags are down, though.
I'm not sure what the flags are about, but I thought Myers was going to run up and catch it, and I guess he faked it, and I guess the angle was at, I was afraid he's going to touch it. So I guess he faked me out as well as he did the other bunch.
So we'll see the penalty here. The flags are along the 35-yard line. Thinking that's probably going to be on the Rebels, but not entirely sure.
A lot of times illegal formation. Oh, personal foul.
Personal foul against both sides?
Yeah, it's looked like what he called. So, again, what I call a waste of time. If you're going to call on both of them, you might want to throw your flag, just talk to them a little bit and go on. Don't waste time.
So the Rebels will set up deep in their own territory. They got to get the chain gangs to move. The officials have not given them any direction yet. And it looks like the ball's inside the 5. I was looking at the sticks to try to get a sense of where the ball is. Now they're on the move. 22 seconds to go in the quarter.
That may be the fastest the chain gangs moved in 20 years.
Yeah,
they're down about the 2-yard line, 1 yard line.
We'll call it the 1, yeah. 1st and goal from
inside
the 1.
The 1.
Rebels have 99 yards of real estate in front of them here in the final seconds of the first quarter. They lead 21-0 in this ball game. First quarter presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. They'll use it jumbo set. Atkinson will just take the snap and do a little quarterback.
Oh, he's motion safety.
Forward.
He's saying safety. He's saying he didn't get it.
They said he did not get to the goal line. The Crusaders stuffed the quarterback sneak, and it looks like they've got a safety with 15 seconds to go.
Looked like they went under center, just trying to run the quarterback sneak, and I guess he just didn't get anything. I guess he just stopped him right where he started. That's unusual with a quarterback sneak play. Usually your forward progress just falling over the center's rear end to give you a half yard.
That's right. So they did a good job with the interior, just putting the cork in that one and stopping it. So the punt getting down at the 1 proves to be really vital for Park Place. They end up with 2 points. Our score 21-2 with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter here at Thagard Field in Madden. First of a 3-game homestand for the Rebels. St. Joe comes in next week. Bruins from Madison make their first appearance ever here at Thagard Field. It'll be homecoming next week, and then the following week, visit from East Rankin.
And we're going to see how far Arthur can kick it now. He's kicking off from the 20. A lot of times teams choose to punt in this situation because they get the hang time and cover. But with a kid with a leg like his, they're thinking he can kick it down at least the 15, 20-yard line from here.
So they will tee it up, and we will get a sense of what Cole Arthur can do. The return men are standing along the 20. So here comes Cole Arthur with Moore's Pharmacy kickoff after the safety. Kicks a lower kick than he usually does. It'll hit about the 25 and bounce over the return man's head. He'll pick it up inside the 10. That's Josh Sykes, and he doesn't get very far past the 10.
No, great bounce for Leake. Bounced over the return guy's head down around the 20. Rolled down. Actually, probably should have let it go and maybe gone out of bounds or into the end zone. It was going into the end zone if it didn't do anything else. So that'd have been amazing to get a 80-yard touchback. So
credit Dylan Jones and Aiden Watkins with the tackle. Ball set at the 11-yard line. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Shoup will hand it off, but the running back tries to go outside, can't get it going anywhere, and he's brought down roughly by Joseph Scott, and that'll be the last play of the quarter. We played 12 minutes, score Leake Academy 21, and Park Place Christian Academy 2. Back in 60 seconds as Rebel football continues.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
Repairing today's vehicles requires extensive knowledge, sophisticated equipment, and a commitment to repairing it correctly. You have the right to choose Carthage Collision Center for all your auto body repairs. At Carthage Collision Center, we perform pre- and post-diagnostic scanning during a collision repair. And come see us for spray and bed liners too. You don't have to leave Carthage to get proper service and repairs. Carthage Collision Center, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Now the start of the second quarter. Second quarter of Leake Academy football presented by Carthage Collision Center. Rebels 21 and the Park Place Crusaders 2. Park Place will have second down and 13 as they start the quarter. Philip Palmertree and Jason Wilcox. We've got Billy Steen as our studio engineer. John Crosby as our camera operator. Got Scott Carr helping us with stats. We got lots of help tonight. We're glad you're with us. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association.
Philip, while we got a second, I'm going to give a shout out to the biggest Rebel fan I know, Andy Bell. He's listening at home.
All right, Andy Bell, that one's for you. Throw on second down up the left sideline, but out of reach, too far up ahead for Josh Sykes.
Again, the guy looked like he had a little step. The kid's a good wide receiver, you can tell. Just trying to get him the ball any way they can, and ball was thrown just a little high and outside.
And Sykes has nice length, long arms, long legs. Jackson Freeney and Riley Myers were back there in coverage. So we start the second quarter, 3rd and 13. Sykes Shoup with 4 wideouts in the formation. Will take the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws it deep over the middle, but it's going to be over everybody's head. He was looking for Jake Craig over the middle. Good job by Bryce Watkins to stay with him, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I had that well covered. I thought they were going to run the same motion they ran while they go around the corner route off of, and the corner would have been open, but he just tried to keep him down the seam, just overthrew everybody.
Shoup will punt out of his own end zone this time, and Welch and Myers are standing around the Crusader 45, so the Rebels look to get really good field position again. They have been very efficient on offense with the exception of the play inside their 1. There's a line drive spiral that'll head out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line.
Not the 38.
38-yard line, so the Rebels again with a short field leading 21-2. Early second quarter. We'll remind you that Diz Fitness is the official wellness sponsor of Rebel football. And we want you to play Kicks Picks every week. 6 o'clock Friday's the deadline. Weekly winner gets a $50 gift certificate to Lee's Steakhouse in Sebastopol. Grand prize winner gets a recliner from Byers Furniture and tickets to the Mississippi State Ole Miss game on Thanksgiving Day in Starkville. 11:39, Rebels will take over 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Riley Myers. He stutter steps, moves to the left, and then gets taken down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, made something out of nothing there. Tried to run the inside zone, nowhere to go, kind of bounced it outside, and picked up a few yards.
Give Josiah Patrick the mark for the tackle there for the Crusaders. Ball just a step inside the Park Place 35. Call it 2nd and 6. Pick up a 4 for Myers. Now Cannon Parks at running back on the right hip of Atkinson. 2 wide receivers to the left. They're going to throw. Lots of time for Atkinson. He wobbles one over the middle. Making the move on it is Levi Brown around the goal line, but he can't bring it in.
I couldn't tell. Looked like they were trying to run a seam route, and he threw it back toward the middle of the field, kind of brought the defensive back into play. But it was well covered the whole way. I don't think it would be completed anyway, but kind of dangerous to hang that toward the middle.
Braden Stewart with a good coverage for Park Place. Rebels face 3rd and 6 now. Just inside the opponent's 35-yard line, leading 21-2, 10:58 to go before halftime. Wide receiver out to each side, and they'll hand it to Parks. He will go right, cut back to the left, spin inside the 30, going to go down right near the sticks.
I believe he got it by a yard or so. Again, the little wing and guard pull play that's been so good for him tonight.
And Evan Atkinson making the tackle on Cannon Parks, but the yardage was gained for the 1st down, and the drive continues for L.A.
They doesn't look like they're coming with much pressure as they were earlier, and Leake was able to break. Once you broke the first line, you were about gone. So it's like the linebackers playing a little bit looser here, trying to keep them a little more in front of them.
Low snap on 1st down, handoff Parks, room to run around the 20, and he finally gets pushed laterally to the side and down by William Harrington at about the 20, 21-yard line. Good pickup on 1st down, about 7 there. Yeah, ball right at the 20 on the left hash.
Yeah, and that's a little inside zone play they've hurt them with earlier. And again, like I said, they're not putting people in the gaps like they were earlier. And once you break that initial line, you'd be gone.
2nd and 3 for Leake. Handoff straight ahead. Welch, he sidesteps one defender. Now up to the 2nd level inside the 15. He looks like he's got about 7, and that will be enough for a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st down.
Again, just going back to it, and still it's there. I mean, we're still getting plenty of yards, just not the chunk plays we were getting off of it a while ago, but they're not doing anything to show they can stop that.
Yeah, and the tackles, I keep calling the safeties making the tackles, and that tells you a lot too. 1st and 10 at the 14. Welch gets the handoff again. Room to run right side. He's hit along the knees and got his legs taken out from under him by Josh Sykes on 1st down. He picks up about, 7, 8 yards. Call it 8 down to the 5-yard line. The Rebels are set up here nicely in the red zone. Clock at 9 minutes, 9 seconds, and ticking.
Yeah, a little trap play there. Gunner Scott pulling over and filling up, looking back inside, taking out the middle linebacker, and good job by Welch cutting it outside and picking up the yards.
Welch stays in at running back. Wide receiver to each side. Got it stacked a little bit to the left. Welch will take the handoff, follow him in that direction, and bull ahead across the goal line, and that's 6 for the Rebels. Whit Welch with the touchdown.
Same play, Phillip. They've run last 3 plays, it looked like, and just like I said, it's there, and it doesn't look like they can do much to stop it.
The Rebels add to the lead. Touchdown run from Whit Welch. Rebel touchdowns presented by Carthage Senior Care. Here's Cole Arthur. Certainly got his leg and his foot warmed up in the first half. PAT up, away, good. 8:46 to play before halftime. Leake Academy 28, Park Place 2. Back in 60 seconds with the kickoff as Rebel football continues.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck in this season.
Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Another Moore's Pharmacy kickoff from Cole Arthur, going right to left this time, and he'll boom it 5 yards deep in the end zone, touchback. Park Place will take over at the 20, and the Rebels lead at 28-2 after another touchdown drive. 7 plays, 38 yards. Whit Welch going in from the 6 for his first touchdown of the night. That's a performance therapy reset. So Park Place with 8:46 on the clock will set things into motion again. Their last drive, they picked up a couple of first downs. Or 2 drives ago, they got a couple of first downs before punting it away, and they throw a swing pass out right side for a short gain, complete, but knocked out of bounds.
I believe Jake Brown.
Jake Brown put the lick on Braden Stewart, knocked him out of bounds.
Good job there defensively. Ran a little bubble screen to the slot guy, and again, it's just a one-on-one open field tackle.
And they only get about half a yard on the play. We'll call it 1, 2nd and 9 from the 21. 2 wide outs on each side of the formation. Ball on the right hash. Back to 5 wide outs. Light pole had me taking the ball's tipped to the line of scrimmage. Intercepted by Ethan Dunn. He takes it inside the 20, and he's upended at about the 18-yard line. One of the D linemen deflected the ball, Jason, and just right into the hands of Ethan Dunn for the INT.
Yeah, Ethan will get the stat. Now, made a good catch on it all, but his play was made by the defensive lineman getting his hand up. I couldn't tell who it was. Couldn't tell if it was Brown Adams or Scott. One of the 2 of them got their hand up. So if you just say Scott, you got a 50-50 chance.
That's right.
There are 2 of the 4 up there.
Yeah.
So.
Odds are you've got a better chance of being right if you say Scott tipped the ball. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line for the Rebels. Trying to cash in a turnover. And Atkinson will throw, plenty of time over the middle into a crowd, though, incomplete. He was looking for Gavin White, I think, but there were 3 white jerseys back there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw there. It looked like if he's going to throw the ball there, everybody's pretty well covered. I'd probably gone to Watkins out here on the right corner of the end zone on the fade route.
8:22 to go in the half. Second quarter presented by Carthage Collision Center. 2nd down and 10. Aiden Watkins split out to the right. Levi Brown to the left. They'll send Welch out into the slot on the right side now. And Riley Myers, the running back, next to Atkinson. Myers will get the carry. Gets through, across the 10, the 5, and he will high step into the end zone. Touchdown run for Riley Myers from 18 yards away, and that's 6 more for the Rebels.
Again, Riley with good speed. You can't take anything away from that, but again, just basically untouched. He had to make one cut, make a guy miss, and with his speed and ability, he's just gone. Just massive holes being opened up tonight. It's basically, like we said, they can do it all night if they want to, it seems.
Cole Arthur on for the point after. The touchdowns presented by Carthage Senior Care. And here's Cole Arthur. Kick up, away, and it's plenty good. 8 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Leake is cruising. They're up 35-2 on Park Place back in 60 as Rebel football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto. also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fanwear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Another Rebel kickoff presented by Moore's Pharmacy. Here comes Cole Arthur, swings the right leg, and booms it into the back of the end zone for another touchback.
He's going to be the tiredest player on the team after tonight. I think he's done more than anybody. Keep expecting him to get tired and not be able to kick it as far as
they're going to have to ice that leg pretty soon.
I'm telling you, he's still just mashing the ball.
One of the outstanding kickers, not just in MAIS, but I mean in Mississippi high school football, right here in Madden. Senior Cole Arthur. Park Place will take over at the 20. Got two receivers on each side, running back on his left hip. Quarterback Bryson Shoup struggled to make connections, used a hard count there, but the Rebels stay onside. Still 12 on the play clock. Now Shoup will come set again. Bring Stewart in motion. And they'll hand off, little confusion on the handoff and not much there on the straight ahead run for Brendan McCullough, I believe.
Yeah, that play was disjointed from the start. He was wanting the slot guy to come in motion earlier, and he finally saw the quarterback motion him. But they're not going. They hadn't made much hay doing anything. They're sure not making much hay trying to run the ball tonight. Leake is. Yeah. I don't know if they've given up a positive yard yet on a straight rush.
They lose yardage there. Jared Sims, Nick Gamillion with the splitting the TFL there.
Ooh.
On second down, another play for a loss, a sack of Shoup.
Jared Sims, it looks like. 51.
Yep. Jared Sims and Gunnar Scott getting back there too.
He just bowled over his guy and just got in the quarterback's face and just face mask to face mask, took him down.
So loss back to the 11-yard line, 3rd and 19. Rebel defensive line flexing its muscles right here in the midway portion of the second quarter. As Shoup will look to pass, unload it, complete to Harrington, and he'll come up between the hash marks, get tripped up just shy of the 20-yard line, up to the 19, and that will bring up 4th and 11.
That's their just third and long play, a little center screen. They tried it. That's third time tonight. And on that down and distance play, nobody's going to respect that and shouldn't get burned on that.
Bryce Watkins made the tackle. Bring up another punt situation for Park Place.
Leake's rotated a bunch of guys in on defensive line tonight. Gavin White in now. We've seen Jake Adams, seen Jared Sims. I don't know if Jared's played defensive line yet this year.
There's a spiraling punt. Best one of the night will drive Riley Myers back inside the 40. He'll take it along the numbers the far side, come to the near side, 45-50, and then nearly get upfield left side, but he steps out of bounds around the 43-yard line in Crusader territory. Good return there, about 18 yards, 19 yards by Riley Myers.
Yeah, showed his speed coming all the way across the field, had the wall set up. Somebody did a good job out there. I think it was Bryce Watkins, not blocking in the back, held his hands up and just kind of shielded the guy. Guy just dove down, caught him by the ankle, or he might have taken that into the house.
Yep. Because nowadays, not only the block in the back, but also the blindside block gets called, and that's a point of emphasis at all levels of officiating now. And good job by Watkins to avoid even the appearance of it. 43-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Timeout. That's our Heat timeout. We'll take it with them back in 60 with the Rebels up 35-2 over Park Place.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our number one priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Second quarter of Rebel football presented by Carthage Collision Center, and it is Leake Academy 35 and Park Place 2 in an MAIS District 2 5A contest. The number 1 ranked Rebels are looking for their second district win. They defeated Simpson last week down in Mendenhall 23-14 in a game, Jason, no surprise, it was a physical ball game when you go down there and play Simpson, and that's only the third time ever that Leake has won at Simpson.
Yep, I can believe that because I think the years I coached, can't remember how many times I went to the hole. We called it probably 4 or 5, and I never was a part of a winner down there. So
yeah, there have been some good Rebel teams that have gone down there and come away with a loss.
Yeah, some very good teams we took down there and got it handed to us.
And I think Simpson's the kind of ball club we may see down the road again in the playoffs.
Yeah, they look pretty good. I know they're well coached. Coach Mangum, they did a good job, and maybe if it wasn't for a flag late, it might have been a different ball game.
1st and 10 from the 43, handoff to Welch. He to Myers. He's nearly squirts through for a big gain, but he gets tripped up at the last second as he crosses the 40. He goes down at the 38-yard line, a pickup of 5 on first down. McCullough was the one, I think, who got him by the ankle and just twisted him around enough to get him off balance.
Yeah,
second, about 5.5.
I'm sorry. I know you don't want to relax, but you begin to think now, you got a lot more football to play. How much longer some of these guys is going to stay in the game?
Riley Myers takes the handoff a second down, has the first down at the 30, breaks to the outside, 20, breaks another tackle, 10, and he's hit by a pair of Crusaders around the bit shy of the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rebels. But a big gain for Leake. And they're set up to score once again, already up by 33.
And Riley showed you there what he can do just on athletic ability, just the speed to be able to cut and move and get down the sideline.
He was knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Jake Craig, Braden Stewart saved the touchdown. Myers will stay in there at running back. Gavin White, the H-back on the left side. Aiden Watkins in there at tight end. Hand off Myers. He will bounce around, spin, go inside the 5, then get stood up and pushed back right along the 1-yard line. He is right at the 1. I thought he was going to be able to just sort of slowly spin around and get the 6, but he was held out.
Looked like a little shaking up on the play. Still down. Is that Myers? He was spinning around down there.
Yeah, there is a Rebel down.
It didn't look like he took a hard lick, so I couldn't really tell what happened.
So clock stops with 4:44 to play in the second quarter. Training staff coming out there. You heard Coach Pickens talk about the fine work they do in the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show. 35-2 our score. Will remind you that we've got the Wendy's halftime report coming up. Got an interview scheduled with Amanda Hatch, the head coach of the Lady Rebels basketball team. I bet she won't stand me up.
No, probably not. Yeah, Wyatt, he stood us up there. So I've got, hopefully I'll be in start for tomorrow, and I'm gonna work on that a little bit. Have a good time with Bart Gregory, who is laying for him about Wyatt standing us up. So
Myers still down.
Yeah, you hate to see this, especially in a game like this. Where it's kind of saying, you hate to relax, but and you never know. But at what point do you start saying, hey, let's we got a lot more football in front of us. And you don't like to speculate what's wrong, but he has been down a while, and I can't really tell what they're looking at, but they're getting him up. And
Myers,
it's like a lower leg type deal.
He is up on his feet now. Hasn't started stepping forward, but he's going to get some assistance coming to the near sideline.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. Not putting any weight on that one foot.
That right leg.
He was, like I said, on the run. He was spinning 2 or 3 times. He spun, so you never know. Maybe twisted the ankle. The knee. You never know. We're not going to try to guess, but it didn't look like he took a hard lick. But
yeah, it was not a bad lick, but sometimes you just get it twisted around, and then all of a sudden you're hurting.
We had a kid one time that even on film, we watched the same play, no telling how many times slow motion. We never could figure out how he got hurt, and he got hurt pretty badly.
And he is putting a little bit of weight on that right leg as he gets closer to the sideline. That makes you feel a little bit better, but given a 35-2 ball game, it's probably going to be the end of the evening for Riley Myers.
Yes, sir.
Regardless of how severe that injury is, because there's, as Jason Wilcox said, a lot of football left to play this 2021 season.
He's walking a little better as they come forward. So David Jones there with him, and Dave will figure it out.
So 2nd and goal from outside the 1, straight ahead. Welch, he hits a man, gets pushed back, but they say he has crossed the goal line, and that's 6 more for the Rebels. 2nd TD of the night for Whit Welch, and it's 41-2 with a PAT pending.
Yeah, a good hard run, but the kid popped him. His helmet came off, and he still thumped him in the backfield. So tough little kid there tried to make the tackle, but.
So with 4:28 to go, PAT coming up for Cole Arthur. Carthage Senior Care getting a lot of attention tonight for being a touchdown sponsor in the first half. PAT is up, it's away, it's good. 4 minutes, 16 seconds to go before halftime. Rebels routing the visitors from Pearl 42-2. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree and Jason Wilcox, you're on the call at Thagard Field in Madden. First of a 3-game homestand for the Rebels as they come around made the clubhouse turn on the regular season. Coming around that back 9 now and got the next 3 games at home. And then the final 2 on the road, and then it's time for the postseason. Cole Arthur will kick it off. The Rebels lead at 42-2 with 4:16 to play in the half. And Park Place has fell behind big before they even knew what hit them. Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming from Arthur, about 8 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchback.
I mean, he's getting tired. That one's 8 yards deep instead of out of the back. So
it's still impressive to me every time. You feel like the crowd kind of gets used to it.
Yeah, well, and he doesn't kick the ball low and for touchbacks. It's like the college and the pro guys. I mean, the ball's up in the lights and comes down in the back of the end zone.
The performance therapy reset. 4 plays, 43 yards. Whit Welch with his 2nd TD run of the night at the 2. Back at safety for the Rebels, Dylan Massey will take the place of Riley Myers, who came out with an injury. Looks like everybody else out there on the Rebel D of the group of starters. We had Jake Adams in for Grant Barnes, who has not played tonight. Crusaders take over at their 20, moving left to right. And he'll fake. Now want to throw. They'll try to run a little screen, but too many Rebels in there to break it up. Ethan Dunn and Rope Lovern were in the pathway of that pass, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, you don't expect to get called in a game like this, but Joseph Scott was going to get the quarterback, and the guy grabbed him and snatched about half his jersey off and threw him offline.
2nd and 10 for Park Place. They've had just one drive where they showed they found a little groove. Other than that, the Rebels have kept the clamps on them. 2nd and 10. 3 wide outs in the formation, and an H-back to the right. High snap, shoot fakes. Right, goes left, tries to run, but he's going to lose yardage on 2nd down.
Yeah, tried to come back with a little quarterback draw where he raises up like he's going to throw a screen, then run, but no lane to run in that time.
I think it was Gunnar Scott getting the tackle. Clock winding down, 3:47 and ticking in the second quarter. 3rd and 12, or 13. Call it 3rd and 13, loss of 3 on 2nd down. 4 wide outs in the formation. Running back set alongside Shoop. Shoop will take the snap, get it out of his hands quickly, complete right at the first down marker. Pass caught by Josh Sykes. Just a good throw and good hands. Can't blame Jackson Freeney for being loose on the receiver there.
No, that's a hard play to stop. The back shoulder fade is so popular in football now, and a great timing. He threw it, and the kid turned his head. The ball was there.
That's good for a first down up to the 31-yard line, so the Crusaders will move the chains. They'll move Stewart from the right side over to the left, short side of the field, and just one man split out wide to the right. 2 running backs alongside Shoop. He'll pull down a high snap, hand it off, but Ethan Dunn is back there and just drives him back inside the 20. They'll mark the forward progress well up from there. It looks like at about the 27-yard line for a loss of 4 on first down.
Again, great play by Leake's defensive line. They're just whipping the offensive line on his running plays. And I hadn't coached in a long time, but I can tell you, I'd know by now I couldn't run the football.
Ethan Dunn has an interception in the second quarter. And he gets the tackle for loss there. Clock winds under 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. 2nd and 14. Handoff straight ahead. Nick Gamillion wraps up the running back, pulls him down along the 29-yard line straight ahead. That was McCullough on the carry. They'll get the ball about a yard short of the first, the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, picked up about 2.5 there, 3.
Ball right at the 30-yard line, 3rd and 11 for the Crusaders. They have just been throttled by Leake in the first half. 4 wide outs in the formation on 3rd and long. Shoop will fake, look to his left, over the middle, pocket collapsing. Gavin White on him. Ball
came loose.
Popped out.
No, he blew it dead. He blew it dead.
Yeah,
I think it was a quick whistle, but
I do too. I agree with you. Whistle was quick. We'll credit Gavin White with the sack. That's his second one of the night.
Well, good eyes, because it looked like the whole defensive line got a hold to him.
I think the big contact there from Gavin. He's getting some time on the D-line tonight, and that'll bring up 4th down. The loss is about 5 yards on the sack.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'm going to cut you. I was going to say this may have been my most dominant up-front game I've seen Leake have against anybody in a long time. Just absolutely can't do anything.
Welch and Jake Brown stand about the 44-yard line in their own territory. Under some pressure, Shoop's punt will be fielded at the 48 by Jake Brown. He finds a seam on the right side. 40, 30, 25, stays on his feet, and gets pulled down from behind.
Got a flag
inside the 20, but I think it's coming back. Yes, flag up near the 40-yard line, so hold everything.
But he showed good speed getting down that sideline. I tell you, he just turned on kids quicker than I thought he was.
Good. Just he was finding that lane, not running sideways.
No, he wasn't. He took off straight down the side. I thought he was going to run out of bounds. He was tiptoeing it down through there. But like I said, he surprised me with how quick he was down the sideline.
Yeah, illegal block on Leake. So they'll come back closer to midfield for the final 34 seconds of the half. Wendy's halftime report coming up. We'll get to visit for a few minutes with girls head basketball coach Amanda Hatch at the half. So they assess the penalty back to the 48-yard line in Crusader territory. So the Rebels will set up there. 34 seconds to go in the half. Handoff goes to Lucas Thomas, and he's got a pretty decent game, about 5 yards on first down to the 43 before he's tripped up. And that will surely be the final play of the first half as clock will tick off. The seconds will tick off the clock, and we'll head to the half. Dominant first half for Leake Academy. They lead Park Place at the break 42-2. We'll be back after a break with the Wendy's halftime report. Don't go anywhere. Rebels lead it 42-2 at the intermission. You're watching and listening to Rebel Football from Boswell Media Sports.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Can't you just taste that seasoned, hot, juicy char grilled to perfection steak? Yeah! I bet you're already on your way to Lee's Steakhouse. Of course, the menu is available with plenty of tasty choices, from fried crawfish tails to shrimp and grits, and house desserts to top it off. Open every Thursday, 4:30 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday, 4:30 to 9. Lee's Steakhouse, voted top 5 Mississippi's best steak. Highway 21, just south of Sebastopol.
Time to ride, boys. South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage. For the ones you love the most who need extra attention in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. A personal plan is created for each patient to provide for their individual needs. The atmosphere is reflective of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage has services and amenities that will make everyone feel right at home. Follow them on Facebook, Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage.
Are you a safe driver looking for an auto insurance company as reliable as you are? If so, Mississippi Farm Bureau might just become your favorite place to get auto insurance. In fact, you're why we created Fave Rates. Great new rates with the same great service. To find out if you qualify for Fave Rates, call your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today or get a free quote online at faverates.com. Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Call Rick Dowdy, Ronnie Shepard, Mike Mayfield, or Casey Atkinson at 601-267-4585.
Carthage Senior Care. They deserve the best in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. The nursing staff is highly trained, experienced, and very compassionate for this special care. A unique plan is created to ensure the needs are met for each patient, and the environment is that of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Carthage Senior Care has services and features that will create an at-home feeling for every patient. Follow them on Facebook, Carthage Senior Care.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Wendy's halftime report from Thaggart Field in Madden. The Rebels lead Park Place 42-2 at halftime. And Wendy's halftime report. I'm getting ahead of myself. But post-game report's coming later. Halftime report presented by Wendy's. I was at Wendy's earlier this week, and really, you pull up to that drive-thru, you just need to say 2 words: taco salad, and everything's going to be fine.
That's right. I prefer Frosty.
It's the only 2 words you need to know. That taco salad has been there for you for a long time, and it's still still mighty good. It may not be as big as it used to be. But that's a matter. I can't prove that. Anyway, you didn't come to find out what I ate earlier this week. You came to hear our halftime report. We've got a guest with us here in the press box at Thagard Field. We've got the head girls basketball coach at Leake Academy, Amanda Hatch. Coach, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Coach, just if you will, give us an update on what's going on now. This is heading to the final week of September, so where are we in the practice schedule and getting ready for the start of the 2021-22 season?
Well, you're right. We are less than 4 weeks away from tip-off with girls' preseason games. So we have moved out of our individual type skill work into more of a team type practice where we're trying to put defense and offense together these next 3 or 4 weeks.
During the summer, what kind of schedule do the players and the coaches keep?
Well, June is really basketball packed. You know, it's just a big month for basketball. There are team camps. There are college shootouts. We went to Ole Miss. We went to Mississippi State a couple different weekends. We went to MRA team camp. Took a group to JA team camp, played a little summer league locally at Scott Central. So we were super busy this summer, had a really nice summer.
Well, and just we'll push pause on this 1 second. Those of you who are watching on the QC Supply video stream, you're seeing cheer camp participants. I think that's looks like some first and second graders down there. And they're doing an outstanding job putting on a show here for us at halftime. And also, of course, head basketball coach, girls team, Amanda Hatch is joining us. Coach, every year is a different year, different lineup. You know, when you always say goodbye to some big-time contributors to the program. But talk a little bit about this group that you're working with now.
Well, it's really a young group by age, but I was just thinking earlier, you know, they have a ton of experience. So it's a little deceiving. So you have a young group. You have mainly juniors that are playing, which normally is young, but they basically all played significant minutes last season. So I'm looking forward to that maturity level with them this year.
Yeah. So and a lot of those players, they've gotten some experience playing around in summer leagues, and but no doubt there's a lot of excitement building as season starts out. Where and when do we first get into action?
We will play a preseason girls tournament at Canton Academy the week of October 18th. So that we're not sure exactly which day we play or who our opponent would be, but usually Canton hosts some pretty good competition. We usually see Pillow there, maybe even an MRA. So we'll definitely know where we are after that first week.
Yeah, and my observation of your preferences in scheduling are to play some of those big-time teams early, right?
That's right. We want to see where we are. We want to see what do we need to do to get better, to be at that level by the end of the season. So that's a good start for us.
Yeah, because we all know, those November losses can teach you a lot when you get to February, because that's when all of a sudden the gym is packed and the pressure's on.
That's right. I love the tests early, the big tests and tough competition level. It's just great for us for later in the season.
All right. Well, let's see. What else was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about the winning the state championship, overall championship this past year. Does that put a kind of a different feel into the practice time, team meetings, or is everybody kind of have that in the rearview mirror and kind of business as usual?
It's business as usual. We know that one's over with. We enjoyed it for several months, but, thank goodness we're going to get to throw the basketball up and try to do it again. We'll have a big challenge, a lot of challenges in our way, but I think we've got what we need to get it done. We're excited. We know where the goal is, again, just like last year, and got a great group.
Well, great. Yeah, because the thing is, it's nice to hang that banner and have that trophy in the trophy case, but then when it's time to play, it's still 0-0. They don't give you extra points next year, do they?
That's right.
And, in fact, you are guaranteed to get every opponent's best shot
Always do.
from the beginning of the season to the end. Well, we appreciate you joining us for a few minutes and just kind of whetting our appetite a little bit about Rebel basketball, because this cool weather that's come in the last couple of days has got, I think, people maybe looking over to our right and looking at the Joe F. Shepherd Gym and thinking, hey, basketball's not too far
Right
away.
around the corner.
Now, you mentioned right before we went on the air, what about tickets? You've sold the tickets that you're aiming to sell?
Right. All of our reserve seating in the gym is sold out, as it has been every year. And so we really appreciate our fan support. It's always loyal. It's such a great privilege to coach here, where you have so much support. I mean, even looking out on this football field, you can just see the atmosphere and the community that loves to support their Leake Academy Rebels.
Yeah, it's a special program, special place, and very special people, and we're glad to have you as one of those special people.
Well, I appreciate that.
So Coach Manhattan's joining us, and well, let me ask you this. I don't know, are you a football person?
I speak a little football.
You speak a little football.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you don't have to be a top-level analyst to say Rebels have been impressive in the first half.
Oh, no doubt. You know, I've seen a lot of good things, and I just shout out to Riley Myers. I hope everything's okay with him. He's a great kid. I taught him last year.
Yeah. So Coach Manhattan's joining us. When she's in the press box, the average IQ, intelligence of the outfit here just goes way up. So we're glad to have her sort of classing up the joint here and talking about Leake Academy basketball. Thanks again, Coach.
Oh, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Coach Amanda Hatch joining us on the Wendy's Halftime Report, talking about Lady Rebel basketball. You still see on the live stream the cheer groups from various age. Got the older elementary group out there now and putting great effort out there. We'll keep it on here for just a moment and let you enjoy that. And as our halftime show continues from Thagard Field, we'll give you a couple of scoreboard updates at the half. Next week's opponent, St. Joseph, leading Simpson 14-7 at halftime. That game is at Madison, so they're defending the home team, playing tough. It could be a tough game ahead next week for the Rebels. And then Hartfield Academy and Lamar trying to get a score here on that one while we're enjoying the cheerleaders as well. Don't have a halftime score yet on Hartfield, but we'll, before our Wendy's halftime report is over, we will get you a little bit more. We'll tell you about about the first half, and we'll take another break and come back with some stats as well before we kick off the third quarter. Leake Academy leads at 42-2 at the break. They scored on their first three drives of 46 yards, 35, and 53 yards after some short punts. It was Cannon Parks going in from the 10 for the first one, the 21 from the second, and then the 2-yard line for the third. Rebels were up 21-0 and then gave up a safety in the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. A punt from Park Place was downed at the 1, and first and 10. Red Atkinson tried to quarterback sneak it, but got all stacked up and stuffed. He didn't get across the goal line, and it was called a safety, 21-2. And then in the middle part of the second quarter, the Rebels added to the lead. Whit Welch on a 6-yard run to cap a 7-play, 38-yard drive. Riley Myers with an 18-yard run on the next drive after an interception by Ethan Dunn set up the Rebels at the 18. Took them only 2 plays to score. And then Whit Welch, again, this time from the 2 to cap a 4-play, 43-yard drive at the 4:28 mark. Cole Arthur, a perfect 6 out of 6 on point-after attempts, and it's 42-2 at the break. We'll take another halftime break. When we come back, we'll have some stats from Jason and try to get you a couple of scores as Leake Academy football continues.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Leake Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Diz Fit Massage Training Nutrition, specializing in medical therapeutic massage for those with injuries and certain medical conditions. Diz Fit can help you have relief with scheduled therapy sessions to work on your problem areas. They also offer relaxation massage, sports rehabilitation, personal fitness training, meal planning, and fat reduction via ultrasonic cavitation. Massage Training Nutrition. Call for an appointment today, 601-697-6748. Follow them on Facebook. Diz Fit, 103 South Van Buren Street, Carthage.
Buyers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with a new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Buyers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Buyers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Achoo! Achoo! Bless you, Mama. Thank you. Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts new houses, retrofits, too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only...
Back at Thagard Field, we'll be starting the third quarter just after a couple of minutes here, and Jason Wilcox is back up here with us. Jason, tell us some of the important stats of the first half. Here's the Rebels lead at 42-2.
Well, as you can tell by the score, they're pretty lopsided in the way we describe the game. It's just total domination on defense and offense by Leake up front. Starting with Park Place, they rushed the ball 14 times for negative 44 yards.
Ouch.
I don't know if I've ever seen that stat. Yeah. And they threw the ball. They were 8 out of 16 for 69 yards for a total of 25 yards total offense in the first half. And I believe they ran, 21 and 15 would be 36 plays and got 25 yards. So you can't ask for anything better than that. On the Leake side, Leake rushed the ball 24 times for 237 yards. We're 3 out of 7 through there for 22 for a total of 259. And it would have been a lot more yards, but they started most of the game on Park Place's side of the field. So usually when you score 40, you think you'd have more yards than that, but that's one reason the yards are down. But the average per play is way up there, close to 10 yards per rush. Passing is not quite as good because they hadn't had to throw much.
Quick look at the scoreboard as the teams are coming to the sidelines. Here's some scores that we have at the half. Choctaw County leads Union 27-0 at the break. Kosciuszko leads Forest 21-0 at halftime. And at the end of the first half, West Lauderdale leading Philadelphia 27-6. Lake Cormorant big over Greenville at the half, 35-0. Newton County and Summerall tied at 28 late in the second quarter. And then in MAIS District 2, East Rankin leads West Lincoln 8-0 at halftime. And next week's opponent for the Rebels, St. Joe, leads Simpson 14-7 at halftime. We're ready for the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff to start the second half. The Rebels will receive the second half. Park Place will kick it from left to right. And we're just about ready to start the third quarter. Third quarter of Rebel football presented by Kenny James Grill. We expect to have the running clock.
We hope.
Yes, with a score 42-2. And we expect to be checking the roster a lot in the third and fourth quarters and making sure we get some of these guys who will see some game action. Make sure we acknowledge their participation in the game and the plays they make.
Leake expecting the onside. He's got the ball flat on the ground. We hadn't seen him kick off, so that may be the way he normally does it. Just squib it down there. I don't know.
Kick coming forward, and they are going to squib it down to the left side. It's going to be scooped up by Jake Brown along the 30. He's trying to find an opening, comes to the near side, going to try to get to the corner, does to the 40, 45, sidesteps the defender, and then gets run down from behind right at midfield.
I mean, yard on 49, plus 49, yard over midfield.
So they will get it at the 49. Once again, Rebels have started with great field position all night, as Jason said, and they lead it 42-2.
I think they've only started on the other side of the 50 one time tonight.
I see Lucas Thomas and Dylan Jones back there in the backfield. Looking along the edges, Camden Marble and Charlie Brantley in the game. At wide receivers, we'll try to.
Looks like they got Welch at quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like Welch at quarterback. I see Rope Lovern playing at left tackle. Looks like some of the other starting O-line is in there. 1st and 10 from the Park Place 29. Handoff Lucas Thomas, room to run up the middle. Stays on his feet after getting hit along the 45 and goes down to the 39-yard line, and that's enough for the first down. We'll give him 10 yards and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
It didn't look much different from when the starters were in there, still gashing them big with that little play on the inside.
Ben Jackson in the game at tight end. And so Welch at quarterback with Jones and Thomas on either side and a wide out to each side. Welch will hand it to Thomas again. There's a Crusader in the backfield. I think that's McCullough who penetrated back there and is going to bring Thomas down for a loss on 1st and 10. Ball marked at the 43-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. Good job by the middle linebacker for Park Place. Rebels look into the sideline. Get those signals. Welch makes sure everybody's got the call. He'll move Ben Jackson, the tight end, from the left to the right side. Running back on each hip. Welch from the shotgun. Crusaders showing pressure up the middle. Welch will throw it. He'll put it up in the air, deep right side. Charlie Brantley jumps a little early, can't bring it down, as Braden Stewart was there with him in coverage outside the numbers along the 20.
Yeah, looked like had a chance at it right there. Kind of I don't know if it was intended to be, but a little fade route, and turned out to be a back shoulder fade. And looked like Charlie jumped a little bit early. Witt did a good job just throwing the ball outside the numbers there we need to.
3rd down and 14.
Kind of unexpected. You kind of expected Leake the way it's going, with Witt in at quarterback just to run the ball. But he showed he can throw the ball.
I believe that's Witt's first pass attempt of the season. 2 wideouts over on the right side on 3rd and long. Hand it to Thomas. He's hit in the backfield, trying to twist and sort of writhe forward, but only picks up about 1 on the play, as Evan Atkinson got first contact, got some help from Elijah McCullough to bring him down. So that will bring out a punt, first punt of the night for the Rebels. Cole Arthur will come and try to pin the Crusaders deep.
Yeah, good job by Park Place right there, finally stopping the run. Still had some starters in there on the offensive line, so that's the best, by far, defensive stand they've had tonight.
So Arthur will punt from about his own 45-yard line. Josh Sykes stands at the 10. Drops the nose of the ball, puts it end over end. A fair catch made in between the 10 and the 15. See exactly where they mark it. They'll put it right at the 10. So again, great weapon Cole Arthur is, just pinning the team, pinning the opponent deep.
He is. Most high school punters just punt the ball, but you could tell he dropped nose, punted it to try to get the hang time and drop it inside the 20 and did a great job of it.
Just put it right where he wanted to put it. Clock running, under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. We are in a running clock situation with the Rebels up 42-2 over District 2 opponent Park Place. It has been all Rebels all the time. Senior quarterback Bryson Shoup stands in the shotgun with 4 wideouts in the formation. He wants to pass on first down. Now pressured, gets away from Gunnar Scott, throws across his body, complete across the middle to Sykes, his favorite receiver, along the 22, 23-yard line, and that's good enough for a first down as Dylan Massey brought him down.
Oh, heck of a throw right there. And as a old quarterback coach, you scream no, no, no when he turns it loose, and when he completes, you say good job, boy. But he just all arm there, threw it across his body, across the field, which everything you don't teach him to do, but just a heck of a play.
1st and 10, Crusaders from the 23-yard line. Looks like some early movement there. I didn't see a flag come up. Pass put up right side over the head of Sykes along midfield. They look like 2 or 3 players.
Yeah, I think they jumped. I think the refs are ready to go home, so throwing flags waste time, so I think they're just letting them play right now.
2nd and 10 for Park Place. Coming in the ball game, John Riley Sanders will replace, let's see, Gunnar Scott and Joseph Scott are coming out of the ball game. And Dennison Adams, John Riley Sanders in for them. 2nd down and 10. Looks like the ball's fumbled. They had Braden Stewart at quarterback and were running a little zone read play. He tried to take it up the middle, but the ball squirted loose and the Rebels recover. And was that Dylan Jones making
41 maybe?
Yeah. It had been 41, Dylan Jones making the recovery, but we'll take the heat timeout with 5:55 to go, and the Rebels up in the third quarter, 42-2.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Now some subs coming in the ball game on the offensive line for the Rebels as they have an outstanding opportunity here after a fumble recovery inside the 25-yard line. I see Cooper Lane Darby in the ball game, John Donovan, Garrett Joyner, and Andrew Tate in there. Also Ben Jackson, tight end. Whit Welch at quarterback. There's 2 wideouts over to his left side and 2 running backs. Snap goes through his legs, and Whit Welch will just turn around, fall on the ball for a big loss on first down.
Yeah, not unusual to happen when you have a new center in the game and just excited to be playing and forgets he's got to snap the ball before he goes block somebody.
So they lose almost 10 on the play. And about 8 yards, 9 yards loss on the play. 2nd down, same formation. Ball about the middle of the field. Crusaders showing the blitz here. Hand it off. And going up the middle, Dylan Jones cuts to the outside. Great move, and he's going to have the first down inside the 10-yard line. Well, that's some speed from Dylan Jones.
Yeah, good little play. I mean, he's not a big fellow at all. I think 5'5". They got him listed at 150, but hit the little hole and made a great cut back to the backside.
Touchdown saving tackle by Elijah McCullough. And that is good enough for a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. It's 1st and goal, Rebels just inside the 10. Same formation, 2 wideouts to the left. Handoff will go to Jones. He picks his way through again, and he gets slung down around the 5-yard line. Jacob McAfee making the tackle. They'll say he went down at the 6, so it'll be 2nd and goal at the 6. Pick up a 4.
Little backup line picking up about where the starting line did, just opening up the holes and making plays.
Yeah, Tanner Johnson, the other offensive lineman that I did not call earlier. So brand new starting 5 on the offensive front, 2nd and goal. Then the handoff, Dylan Jones again off left tackle. He gets stood up, pushed back by William Harrington. Didn't get a whole lot there.
Got about a yard, I think.
Yep. So 3rd and goal, ball just inside the 5. Rebels' second team trying to push forward as the clock keeps moving. 3:45 to play 3rd quarter.
I always enjoyed this time of the game when you, not only when I was coaching because you're winning big, but the kids that practice all week and are the tackling dummies get to play, get a chance to go score and do some things, and you know they're excited to do it.
Yep, and there's no reps like game reps.
That's right.
And a low snap picked up by Welch. He's going to scoop it up, head to the right side, dodge one defender, and then go in for his 3rd touchdown of the night. That's 6 for the Rebels, and that's just when you know it's your night.
Oh, yeah, just the snap and the defense following the running backs, and Witt's bent down. They don't see him, and good blocking up front to keep him out and penetrating to get the ball, and he just walks around the end for the touchdown.
So at the 3:06 mark in the 3rd quarter, the Rebels add to the lead. Cole Arthur and company on to kick the extra point. 3rd touchdown of the night for Witt Welch on a 5-yard run. BAT up, away, and good. Our score 49-2. We'll be back with the late 3rd quarter Moore's Pharmacy kickoff as Rebel football continues.
Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
Diz Fit Massage Training Nutrition, specializing in medical therapeutic massage for those with injuries and certain medical conditions. Diz Fit can help you have relief with scheduled therapy sessions to work on your problem areas. They also offer relaxation massage, sports rehabilitation, personal fitness training, meal planning, and fat reduction via ultrasonic cavitation. Massage Training Nutrition. Call for an appointment today, 601-697-6748. Follow them on Facebook. Diz Fit, 103 South Van Buren Street, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy has a 49-2 lead. Here's the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Cole Arthur hits it high, hits it deep once again, and 9.5 yards deep in the end zone for touchback. He's batting 1,000 on touchbacks on the kickoffs.
He's just been a machine tonight like the whole team has.
Thanks for joining us tonight on the QC Supply video stream. 3rd quarter of tonight's ball game presented by Kenny James Grill. John Riley Sanders, Dennison Adams, Jake Adams on the defensive front, Nick Gamillion, Ethan Dunn, and Dylan Jones at linebacker, Charlie Brantley at quarterback, Marshall Robertson at cornerback, Dylan Massey. And I did not get who the other safety was before the snap. Snap it back to Stewart. He'll just tuck it under his arm, keep it around the left side, get to the corner, and get a nice gain on 1st down. He goes out of bounds on the left side. That's Braden Stewart now at quarterback. He gets, looks like maybe 6 on 1st down. See exactly where they put the marker.
You got 6,
yeah, about 6.
6.
So ball at about the 26-yard line. Ethan Dunn will come off the field, and John Donovan and Garrett Joyner are in at linebacker now. Last Rebel back there is Cade Marble, but we reached the end of the 3rd quarter on the running clock. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter. The Rebels up 49-2. Back in 60 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Lee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
Achoo! Achoo! Bless you, Mama. Thank you. Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Boswell Media Sports.
We're ready to start the fourth quarter. Westside Body Shop is the sponsor of the fourth quarter of tonight's Leake Academy football game, and Leake is in full control. Not the only negatives tonight have been Grant Barnes has been injured, did not play, and then Riley Myers went down with an injury late in the second quarter. 49-2. Now it looks like Brendan McCullough at quarterback. No, still Stewart. They hand it to McCullough, and on second and 3, he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tanner Johnson getting in there to make the tackle.
Good job of Johnson right there. Like I said, just excited to be playing, and got in and made the best of it. Made a great lick right there on a big kid.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 4. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Stewart will throw it to Sykes right at the 31-yard line, and then there are about 4 Rebels all over him. He gets gang tackled right there. Charlie Brantley, Camden Marble getting on top of him, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they still got their main man in there, Sykes, and just a little short slant route. And good job, though, by the young guys out there making the tackle.
So first down at the 32-yard line for Park Place. Their offense has not passed go, has not collected $200 tonight. They've not gotten on the scoreboard. 1st and 10. Stewart takes a high snap, hands it off. McCullough trying to stay on his feet, breaks through a couple of tackles, and then lunges across the 35 for a pickup of about 3 on first down.
Yeah, they don't list the weights on their roster there, but he looks a little bit bigger than most of the kids playing defensive line for Leake right now. But they're handling him okay.
Look like Gabriel Quick in there, helping to make the tackle. 2nd down and about 7. And then Stewart drops it, picks it up, just improvising on his own left side as he comes up near the 40-yard line. Big hit, Lucas Thomas and John Riley Sanders.
Yeah, similar play to what Leake scored on a while ago. Fumbled in the backfield, bobbled it around anyway, and good pursuit by the defense.
Still he picks up 4, so that'll make it 3rd and 3. Clock under 10 minutes to play and a running clock fourth quarter. From the 39 on the left hash, Braden Stewart looks into the far sideline. There's 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. They'll bring Harrington in motion. And a keeper from Stewart, and he'll lower his head and squirt forward to the 44, and that's going to be enough to pick up another first. Evan Carroll and Garrett Joyner helping make the tackle.
Yeah, just take the speed, sweep to the right. Quarterback, I guess, is reading that. I'm not sure. Maybe he called play to run, but he's a squirrely kind of little runner guy, and just found a little crack and ran through it.
1st and 10 from the 44. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Stewart, high snap. Hands off around the corner, and boy, nice lick by Camden Marble right along the 50 as Jacob McAfee took the handoff around the end, but he got rudely met at the 50 by Camden Marble.
Yeah, it looked like John Riley Sanders getting held out here in the corner, but like we said, I think the ref's ready to go home. They're not going to call that. And
gain of 6, ball right at midfield.
Good play call. They had the trips into the boundary side and ran the speed sweep or the stretch play that way. Just outnumbered Leake on that hit side.
2nd down. Stewart decides to keep it right side, but he's hit by Dylan Jones as he comes into Rebel territory, and he falls forward close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he is reading that because they had a little mesh problem right there and fighting over the ball.
The officials say that is enough for the first down. at the 46. So Park Place getting some ball moving as we go under 8 minutes to play. Leake Academy 49, Park Place 2. They'll have 2x2 wide receivers. Ball over on the right hash. Braden Stewart wants to throw. Will throw short, complete to Harrington at the 40, and he's tackled right away. Gang tackled by the Rebels. Lucas Thomas, Garrett Joyner, and a couple of others, Charlie Brantley and Camden Marble getting in there too.
No, I didn't get to see the completion when somebody stood up right in front of me on the completion. I was watching the deep guy, but we had him covered well deep.
Yeah, they threw to the slot guy who just kind of come around on a little quick curl, and the ball was right in his hands and at the 40-yard line. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5. Stewart brings Harrington in motion, left to right. We'll just keep it around the right end. The Rebels are getting back there, but he turns around the corner, going to be close to the first down as he is chucked out of bounds along the far side by Camden Marble and Garrett Joyner.
Yeah, just straight quarterback sweep out of the shotgun. Old David Palmer played way back from Alabama, made that popular. And
the deuce.
And just snap it back to him and let him get what he can get. And
he goes down to the 34-yard line, and that is another Crusader. First down, 6:32, and the clock will continue to tick away. The Rebels are going to get their 5th win and 6 tries on the season tonight. Braden Stewart moves his H-back from the left to the right. Hands it to McCullough. McCullough will go off right tackle, but he won't get much. Dylan Jones was right there to wrap him up and bring him down after a short gain.
You got to give Jones credit there. He's not a big guy at all, and that's a big running back, and just hawk him down.
Picks up about 3 down to the 31. 2nd down, 7. And timeout will be called. Final heat timeout of the night. We'll take it with them as the Rebels are comfortably in front, 49-2.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Stewart on the keeper on 2nd and 7, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. TFL for Dennison Adams. Good pursuit to the near sidelines, and they'll throw him down for a loss.
Yeah, good job right there. He was wanting to throw the ball in the pocket, and I guess he saw a ghost scrambled out this way, and just good job, Leake stringing it out there.
Loss of about 7-8 yards of the play. Ball back to the 39, a loss of 8. 3rd down and long for the Crusaders. They'll run Gabriel Quick into the game, put him over at defensive end. Stewart will take the snap, set up to throw, got a pocket. Wobbles one up the left side. It's going to be a 50-50 ball brought down by Sykes at the 10, and he's going to break through a couple of tackle attempts and go in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a tough play for Charlie there. The ball was just thrown up for grabs, and the guy's just a little bit taller and jumped a little bit higher than Charlie and just jumped up and took it away from him.
41 yards on the play, I believe.
Brantley wasn't in bad position, just kind of more of a physical mismatch right there a little bit.
They'll line up to go for 2. Score 49-8, 2-point play coming up here. Stewart will throw a fade left side, and it'll be intercepted or knocked down. It'll be taken away by Charlie Brantley.
Yeah.
The play will be blown dead at that point, so the pass fails. Yeah.
Same play, just threw it up this time. He underthrew a little bit, and Charlie won this time. 50-50 ball, and Charlie Brantley went up and took it away.
So 49-8 is the score. We go under 4 minutes to play. Clock continues to tick away. Fourth quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. We'll have the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming up. We'll also tell you, keep things here and tell you the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame show is coming up when the clock hits 0 in just about 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes of time. And Jason and I are going to wrap it up, and we'll all get home a little early.
Maybe so. Depends on whether Pickens comes up here and talks to us or not.
That's right. That's right. When the mic is on, time stands still. And speaking of Coach Pickens, I hope you get to listen to the South Group Cox Coaches Show on Thursday. It comes on at 7:35 and I believe 3:35 on Kicks 96, and of course at Kicks96news.com. You can listen to it at your when it's convenient for you. Squib kick taken by Jackson Freeney along the 36-yard line, and the Rebels will take over there. We're under 3 minutes to play. Leake Academy 49, Park Place 8. I may have to go back to listen to see how many times I said Park Lane instead of Park Place.
Easy to do. Yeah, easy to do.
I grew up seeing Park Lane a lot. I've even in junior high chased some of those Caruths and Otts around the field.
There's pretty good players right there.
Boy, I always saw the back of their jerseys.
I'm sure.
I'll put it that way.
Sure. Is it?
So the Rebels were penalized on that play, and I was looking away. I did not see the call, so fell down on the job a little bit there. But they're marched back inside the 25-yard line. Charlie Brantley at quarterback. Thank you. Yeah, Charlie Brantley I believe he was at quarterback some the latter stages of the game against Starkville Academy. He'll take a low snap here and just turn around, smartly fall on the ball for a loss back around the 15.
Again, that's new center quarterback comes in. It happens a lot of times. I was kind of surprised to see Charlie, to start with, kind of surprised to see Witt, but they're probably using Witt just in case, getting him some snaps just in case something down the road should go wrong.
Braden Hall, well, now he's coming off the field, and they'll run Cameron Howell into the game for him. Under 90 seconds to play. Second and about 16 for the Rebels. Another low snap, and Brantley will get hit. No, he breaks loose, though, comes up the left side, will get near the original line of scrimmage before he's finally tackled.
Yeah, Charlie's a young guy, but I saw him playing junior high last year a lot. He's got a lot of quickness and good moves. He's going to be a heck of a little football player over here if he keeps working.
And we'll go under a minute. Flag came out, but now it's picked up, waved off. Going to be third down and 9. The down marker says first, but we know it's third down.
They jumped off sides, but they're going to
wave it
go.
off. Another bad snap comes back. It's picked up by Lucas Thomas, and he'll be stood up in the backfield by Jacob McAfee. That should be the final snap of the ball game, Jason.
Yeah, that's going to be it. The play clock's above the game clock, and fourth down, so they're not going to snap it again.
49-8 is going to be the final. Leake Academy will move to 5-1 and 2-0 in MAIS District 2 5A play with a 49-8 victory over Park Place. We've got the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame report coming your way, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back to get it started on the other side of the break on Boswell Media Sports.
Can't you just taste that seasoned, hot, juicy char-grilled to perfection steak? Yeah! I bet you're already on your way to Lee's Steakhouse. Of course, the menu is available with plenty of tasty choices, from fried crawfish tails to shrimp and grits, and house desserts to top it off. Open every Thursday, 4:30 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday, 4:30 to 9. Lee's Steakhouse, voted top 5 Mississippi's best steak. Highway 21, just south of Sebastopol.
Time to ride, boys.
Are you a safe driver looking for an auto insurance company as reliable as you are? If so, Mississippi Farm Bureau might just become your favorite place to get auto insurance. In fact, you're why we created Fave Rates. Great new rates with the same great service. To find out if you qualify for Fave Rates, call your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today or get a free quote online at favrates.com. Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Call Rick Dowdy, Ronnie Shepard, Mike Mayfield, or Casey Atkinson at 601-267-4585.
Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage. For the ones you love the most who need extra attention in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. A personal plan is created for each patient to provide for their individual needs. The atmosphere is reflective of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage has services and amenities that will make everyone feel right at home. Follow them on Facebook, Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck in this season.
Today, I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Carthage Senior Care. They deserve the best in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. The nursing staff is highly trained, experienced, and very compassionate for this special care. A unique plan is created to ensure the needs are met for each patient, and the environment is that of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Carthage Senior Care has services and features that will create an at-home feeling for every patient. Follow them on Facebook, Carthage Senior Care.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
Boswell Media Sports.
We start tonight's Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame show early from the 488 as Thagard Field plays host to the first of 3 Leake Academy district ball games in 3 consecutive weeks, and it was a fast start and a fine finish for the Rebels, winning 49-8 over Park Place Academy tonight to improve to 5-1 and 2-0 in district play. Park Place falls to 3-3 and 1-1 in the division. Rebels got to work early, scored on their first 3 drives. Cannon Parks put the ball across the goal line on all 3 of those first quarter drives with touchdown runs of 10 yards, 21 yards, and 2 yards. Rebels just had to move 46 yards in 4 plays, 35 yards in 4 plays, and 53 yards in 4 plays. And with just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, they were already way out in front, 21-0. Park Place got a safety in the final seconds of the first quarter after they pinned the Rebels down inside the 1-yard line. And on 1st and 10, Red Atkinson tried to sneak up the middle but got stuffed, and the official said he did not get out of the end zone on that sneak play. So after 1 quarter, it was 21-2, but the Rebels got 3 more touchdowns to really salt it away in the second quarter. Whit Welch going in from the 6 to cap a 7-play, 38-yard drive. Riley Myers with an 18-yard run to cap a 2-play, 18-yard drive after Ethan Dunn interception set them up in the red zone. And then with about 4.5 minutes to go before half, Whit Welch scored from the 2, his second of 3 touchdowns to put the exclamation point on a 4-play, 43-yard drive. And, of course, the great Cole Arthur good on all the point-after attempts. 42-2 at the half, and the Rebels got 1 more touchdown in the second half at the 3:38 mark of the third quarter as they got another short field, 5 plays, 24 yards. Whit Welch picking up a bad snap inside at the 5-yard line and just taking it around the right side for the score. So a perfect 7 for 7 in point-after attempts from Cole Arthur. Park Place got one late touchdown in the final 3 minutes of the ball game, a 41-yard pass from Braden Stewart to Josh Sykes. Their 2-point pass attempt failed. That's a scoring summary tonight. That's a performance therapy recap of tonight's 49-8 victory. Jason, tell us a little bit about stats if you're ready, and while you do that, I'm going to look for a couple of scores.
Okay, and I appreciate Scott Carr tonight doing the stats for us. Did a good job. I was wrong. I was reading Scott's writing, and it was my fault, not his. Leake was actually 0 for 3 in the first half pass, and I gave that credit to Park Place. But anyway, I gave them some Park Place yards. I'm sorry. But anyway, in the second half, wasn't a whole lot of offense for either team. Park Place went, let me see, here we go. Grab the wrong sheet. Park Place rushed the ball 10 times for 31 yards. They were 4 out of 5 passing for 63 yards with the big yards coming on one play. In the second half, Leake rushed the ball 11 times for 30 yards. We're 0 for 1 passing for 0 yards. Total offense, Leake rushed the ball. Here we go. Get myself straight here. 24 times for 237 yards. Yeah. Again, I'm confusing myself. 35 times, 269 yards. There we go. And then had 0 passing yards on the night. Park Place for the game had 24 rushes for negative 13 yards. They were 12 out of 21 for 131 yards through there for a total of 118 yards. Kind of strange stats for the biggest scores we had, but Leake started the game on the Park Place side of the field most of the night. And in the second half of the running clock, just didn't have many plays. And you get any scores while you were looking?
Yes, and we're going to bring in Coach Pickens here in just a minute, but we'll throw a couple of scores out there. The one we're keeping an eye on that's been interesting all night has been next week's opponent, St. Joe, and playing against Simpson up in Madison, and that game's late third quarter now, and it's 21-21, St. Joe and Simpson. So that's one to watch is if you're prone to keep an eye on things on Twitter, the St. Joe Bruins Twitter account will keep you updated on that. Other scores, the only other score we've got in the district, East Rankin leads third quarter 14-0 at West Lincoln. And then 21-0 to score third quarter, Kosciuszko leading Forest. And Scott Central was leading Lake at the half 38-6. And that'll get us right now. We got, all right, let's see, we'll give you one more MAIS score. Start of the fourth quarter, Tri-County just blowing out Canton Academy 40-0. But let's bring in head coach of the Leake Academy Rebels, Brian Pickens now. He joins us on the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage post-game report as the Rebels win 49-8. And as I said right before you got in here, Coach, fast start, and we followed through.
They did. We jumped out to a quick lead. We kicked off. I think they went 3 and out, punted, and then we kind of took control from there. I was glad to see that. This was a big district game. We'd watched them on film. Really wasn't sure. Remember last year we didn't get to play them, so weren't real familiar with their kids. We'd played them, back when a lot of these kids were 10th graders. So there was a few unknowns, but I thought our kids really came out and handled business.
Yeah, and this is another one of those games where you don't see it in the box score, but what Cole Arthur does for you sure does help that defense.
Oh, good gracious, yes. I mean, it's a weapon every week that he can just kick it in the end zone. And, they got to drive 80 yards to score. So that, like I said, that is huge. You just really can't say enough about it.
Yeah, and then we also got a couple of turnovers because the drives tonight, they couldn't answer with field position with their punters. Our scoring drives were 46, 35, 53, 38, 18 after the Ethan Dunn interception, 43, 24 after a fumble recovery. So, the offense just had the table set for them all night.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want a defense to 3 and out them, get good field position, and let your offense roll.
And they did. And
draw it up.
Jason and I thought from the first snap, offensive line and defensive line they established their dominance right away.
We really felt like going in that our offensive defensive line would control the game. We felt like, we have seen a very physical, a lot of physical football teams all through the year. So, we felt like up front we were going to match them. Linebacker and staff, running backs felt like they were going to match them up. Their receivers are skilled guys, and y'all saw that. They were very talented, and that was a big, that was kind of our big thing we were concerned about. And I thought our secondary did a great job. I thought our D-line did a good job putting pressure on them.
All right, so we'll learn some lessons from film, no doubt, and then we'll get our first ever look at the Bruins of St. Joe. And as you probably heard me say as you were putting the headset on, they're in a tussle right now with Simpson at 21-21.
I heard you say that. We have not, we saw St. Joe in a jamboree, and I've seen them on one film, I think, this year. And then they've got some very talented guys over there. So, and I know what Simpson got from last week. So, I would lie if I said it kind of shocked me just a little bit. But like I said, watching them on film, I know they've got the guys that can put up the points for them.
Yeah, they've got a linebacker who was preseason, one of those players to watch, and they've got a veteran quarterback. I think Piccarelli is his name, but we'll have time to look at all that. We should have an exciting homecoming week, and I know I've talked to lots of coaches through the year, and they've said, when I say it's homecoming week, they've gone, oh, yeah, it's homecoming week. Sometimes there are a lot of distractions on homecoming week, aren't there?
We actually do a very good job here. We don't have a lot of distractions. I've always said Leake Academy is a coach's dream when it comes to homecoming. The kids have fun, and and I'm proud of all our homecoming maids next week, and it's a big honor for them, and all that goes with that. But as far as just our football team, they stay pretty focused throughout the week. We talk about the importance of it, and probably the biggest difference is next week we'll have a half day, so they just get to spend more time with us down at the field house.
All right, well, thanks for joining us on the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame report. It's Coach Brian Pickens talking about the Rebels' 49-8 victory. Congratulations, you and the staff, and I say whether you're talking about high school, college, junior college, pro, whatever, winning's not easy.
It's not. It's not. And, and I tell these boys all the time, don't take it for granted. Enjoy it. Because, as I always tell these boys, they've got 3 years of this. They got 3 years to be cheered for, and then you go into regular life. I've just been fortunate to be sometimes cheered for it and booed, but no. No, I'm teasing. But, yeah, so it's an exciting time, and sometimes it is easy to take that, take it for granted. But, no, you have to enjoy it. That's what I tell them after every game. Go enjoy this weekend, and then we'll get back to work Monday.
Yeah, and as for you, all people ask for is just one win a week during the fall.
That's right. That's
all they're asking for.
One night a week, and even in a big one like this, we only had our one flaw the first half, but that's something we'll definitely have to look at.
Yeah. Coach Brian Pickens joins us and on the Piggly Wiggly Carthage postgame report, and we'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll name our in-sports players of the game as the Rebels win big tonight over Park Place, 49-8. Back after this break on Boswell Media Sports.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Kenny and James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Buyers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with a new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Buyers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Buyers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Achoo! Achoo! Bless you, Mama. Thank you. Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Boswell Media Sports.
The final segment of the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame show coming your way from Madden, where Leake Academy gets a big district win, 49-8. It was never in doubt. Was it, Jason?
No, it wasn't. It was just like we talked about the whole game, it was complete domination up front. And, you know, let's just be honest, you know, Park Place just didn't have the players. Leake did up front, and it showed. But now what you worry about as a coach and as part of the program, and Coach Pickens will tell you this too, is sometimes you play down to your competition. Yeah. And we didn't tonight. We did what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to blow them off the ball. We blew them off the ball. And we didn't relax and, just let them do it. And then at the end of the game with the running clock, and they let the young guys in, some things went a little haywire, but that's to be expected. Most of their starters are still in the game.
All right, well, it is time to name tonight's in-sports players of the game. And Jason and I had no debate, no discussion, no disagreement about it at all. It was an open and shut case in tonight's ball game, and we named 5 of them tonight, and that's at starting 5 on the offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line and the H-backs providing the blocks. Running backs, of course, they do their job too, but, it was just a lot of times, I don't know, as you say this as a joke, but you and I could have gained yards tonight.
Yes. Yeah, so congratulations to that starting 5 on the Rebel O-line. Carter Walsworth, the center, the guards, Gunnar Scott and Jared Sims. Also, Reed Young and Colton Burns out on the tackles. Those 5 in particular we're going to highlight tonight as the in sports. I said that almost every week. In sports players of the game. So congratulations to those young men. As for Park Place, they're going to host Simpson next week. Simpson's in a real tussle tonight with St. Joe. Don't have any further updates on that one. Last one we saw was late third quarter, 21-21, Cougars and Bruins from Madison. Of course, for the Rebels, they'll host St. Joe here next week. We'll be on the air 6:15 with QC Supply video stream going. And, of course, we'll be on Cruising 98 as always. And hopefully Jason will be here. Hopefully I'll be here. Hopefully you'll be there as well.
I hope so. St. Joe is coached by John Bond, and if I had a childhood hero, it was John Bond.
Yep. So, a lot of us pretended to be, when I was growing up, we pretended to be Rocky Felker, then John Bond in the front yard.
Yep. So if there was, if I had a hero when I was a little kid, it was John Bond.
Yeah, and he's a guy, I've met him a couple of times, never met a stranger, just as friendly a guy as you'll ever meet, and he's got a pretty talented club he'll bring in here as they're transitioning from MHSAA 2A into MAIS 5A. Well, we thank everybody for joining us tonight. Appreciate you joining us, Jason. We appreciate John Crosby doing great work at the camera, Scott Carr with stat help tonight, and then our pregame producer, Brian Montgomery and Breck Riley. We appreciate Lisa Moore, Laura Beckham, and we appreciate all of you for listening. If you don't listen, none of this matters. But we'll be with you, Lord willing, next week for Game 7. Rebels now 5-1, ranked number 1 in 5A. Got another test coming up from St. Joe from Madison. And until we meet again on next Friday night, this is Philip Palmertree signing off and wishing you grace and peace till we meet again. Good night.